प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलभद्र सुभद्रा सुदर्शन की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम।
Hare Krishna. Let us all welcome His Grace Pranavananda Prabhu to our Bhakti Center with three loud and enthusiastic. Haribol should be such that one bulb should fall down. At least that much effect. Hare Krishna. So we are very excited, and looks like spiritual life is all about fulfilling desires, spiritual desires. And so many were desireful of having Prabhuji's association here. If you all were desireful, please say loudest Haribol. Hare Krishna. So I have been seeing Prabhuji for many years now, but never had close association. But I was always seeing how Prabhuji has been serving in our society for many years. And the last many years, Prabhuji has also served many sannyasis. Whenever they visit very closely. He has been almost a full-time devotee for many years now, and now he is also accepted brahmacharya for me. And he's traveling preacher. He's going to be traveling many places. And as the time passes by, the blessings of all the acharyas are coming to him, and we can see how effective his talks are becoming. Right? And so many are being inspired to take Krishna consciousness, to make progress in Krishna consciousness, leading to Prabhuji. I would want to request everyone here to pray intensely and extend your prayers to the Supreme Lord, that Prabhuji's voice reaches many people on this planet, and they all will be connected to our Sampradaya and benefit and perfect the human life. Right? So please pray for that. This is my personal request, and I'm also grateful to Prabhuji that you are giving your time for all of us here. We are all struggling grahastas in the concrete jungle of Gachibowli. So slowly we are trying to make our life meaningful, for purpose we are born, and trying to be here. And we request Prabhuji to come here many times. This is not the only program. If you want Prabhuji to come here, you know what to do. So without any more delay, I'm sure you all are eager to hear from Prabhuji, and specifically I have requested Prabhuji to speak on a topic which I want to hear for myself, and it might also benefit all of you. So please be attentive, and my humble request is, if there is a space between you and the next person in front of you, you are doing injustice to somebody who is going to come now. So the hall will be filled in just in a matter of time. So please come front, and as the friend is talking. Hare. Thank you very much. You can keep the bags at one place. My mic is covered.
This is Krishna's indication that Leelanand Prabhu should speak. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana-Vidyantasya Jnananjana-Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadanyakam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Paramahansaram Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sadhana Gunakanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Bhava Sadhana Lita Shri Vishakanitamscha Om Vishnupadaya कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। Hare Krishna. I am very grateful and I feel a bit uncomfortable sitting in front of my senior devotees whom I take a lot of inspiration from. So today I feel fortunate to be in the association of all of you guys. So today, when Leelananda Prabhu gave me a topic to speak on, it is a very important, actually one of the most important topics in the life of a sadhaka. And also it is a very grave subject matter for all of us to understand. Do you all know what is the topic of today's lecture?
Connection with Guru.
Yes? The process of initiation. Anybody else? Did you read the long message which Leelananda Prabhu sent? Any other questions did you read in the message? Yes, Anuradha ma'am. Oh. Guru and disciple relationship. Anybody? The Prabhuji said Babu and Vani. Yes, ma'am. Prabhu's side, anybody? Did you read Prabhuji's message or no? Okay. So in the topic which Prabhuji has ordered today, there are many different questions related to initiations, importance of accepting initiation and serving Guru and our connection with spiritual master. So it's a very intense and a very long topic, but I'll try my best to serve all of you. So in my small endeavors to serve His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj as one of the servants of his servants from past few years, whatever things I have seen in Maharaj's life personally, and also with my fortune of staying in Govardhani village and serving more than 35 Srila Prabhupada's disciples. Seeing their dedication to Srila Prabhupada and seeing their compassion to all the devotees. When Prabhuji told me about this topic, I was meditating what should I tell about and which is the best thing which I can be able to serve devotees if I can share them. So I was thinking all the way when I was coming in the taxi today. So one story which came into my mind is the story of Srila Ramanujacharya. How many of you have been to Statue of Equality? Oh, wonderful.
Almost there.
Srila Ramanujacharya is one of the illustrious acharyas in our Vaishnava parampara. Jonityam Achyuta Padambuja Rugma Rugma Vyamohitas Taditarani Trinayamene Asmadguror Bhagavatosya Dayeka Sindhoho Ramanujasya Charanam Sharanam Prabhati. When Swami Ramanujacharya was attracted to take initiation from his guru or aspiring to take initiation from an illustrious Vaishnava. Anybody knows his name here? Yes, Prabhu. What's your name, Prabhu? Santosh. Santosh Prabhu told correctly. It is Sripad Yamunacharya whom he wanted to take initiation from. So Ramanujacharya was inspired and one day he thought, let me go to Sriranga Kshetra and take initiation from Yamunacharya. So then somehow he started running from Kanchipuram, went to Srirangam, crossed Kaveri, and by the time he reached the mud where Yamunacharya was staying, he heard the news that Yamunacharya left his body and went back to Vaikuntha. So he was in such great distress. He was feeling so sad. And you all heard the story of three fingers of Yamunacharya? Did you all hear it? How many of you heard this story of three fingers of Yamunacharya? Oh, many of you have not heard. So, three fingers of Yamunacharya were like this. So, when Ramanujacharya saw, maybe my Guru Maharaj wants to give me some instruction through this. And then he was so connected with his spiritual master, he didn't even get initiation. But still, he was so connected that he could understand the heart of Yamunacharya and told three things that he will fulfill for the pleasure of his spiritual master. Anyone of you know these three things which Ramanujacharya promised? Yes, tell us.
Hare Krishna. One is to write Shri Bhashyam on Bhagavad Gita. That's what I heard.
Yes. First thing he said is, I will write commentary to Vedanta Sutras and Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads. This is called Prasthana Traya. Three main philosophical works of our Sanatana Dharma. Upanishads, Vedanta Sutras and Bhagavad Gita. The work which he wrote later is Sri Bhashya. Then one finger open. Yes. Next. Anybody else would like to say? Yes, please.
Yeah, he said he's going to initiate a disciple named, I heard long time back, just again, I forgot his name.
So, the second thing which he said is, I will name two people in our parampara on the names of Vyasadeva and Parasara. Parasara Bhatta, Vyasa Bhatta. Then he named Puresh's sons as Vyasa Bhatta and Parasara Bhatta, and then they became very illustrious acharyas in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. And the third thing he said is, I will try to spread this Vaishnava philosophy as much as possible, and the three fingers also. And then he felt very bad that I could not come on time to take initiations. Then he was so sad, he went to Kanchipuram and he was doing his service to Varadaraja. and he had some questions, and Varadaraj clarified. And then Varadaraja Swami told him that you should go and take initiation from Mahapurna. So then, as soon as he heard that I have to take initiation from Mahapurna, he ran from Kanchipuram. And Mahapurna also got this inspiration that I should initiate Ramanujacharya. And then he is walking from Sri Lanka. He is running, he is walking, both of them met at a place called Madhurantaka. How many of you have been to this place called Madhurantaka? Did anybody go? It's a wonderful, wonderful place. Eri Kartharamar. He is called in that place called Madhurantaka. When there was a dam which was about to break and water was about to flood the entire village. So Lord Rama and Lakshmana, they put their bows to that dam that you should not break and water should not come. So they guarded the entire village for the entire night. So that's why Eri Kartha Rama means one who was awake and protected the village. It's called the place of Madananda. So there both of them met and Mahapurna tells Ramanujacharya, let us go to Kanchipuram and I will initiate you in front of your worshipable Lord Varadaraj. Ramanujacharya said, no need for waiting for any muhurta, no need for waiting for any place. Let Varadaraj go wherever he wants. Initiate me now, right here. Mahapurna says, no, you love Varadaraj so much, I will initiate you in front of Varadaraj. Forget Varadaraj now, I want initiation. Because once already I reached a few minutes late and one spiritual master went back to Vaikuntha. I do not want to take a risk again. So initiate me right now, right here. And then Ramanujacharya was initiated by Mahapurna with the Pancha Samskara, and still in the temple when you go, you can see the Shankha and Chakra with which Ramanujacharya was initiated. So it is said that you can wait for anything in this world, but not for initiation. When the time comes, you have to immediately accept. But the next question, Prabhuji, when will the time come? We are waiting for many years. Devotees, I have seen devotees waiting for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years together for accepting initiation. What is initiation? Anybody would like to share what are your thoughts on initiation? What initiations mean for, why do you want to take initiation? What does it mean for you? Anybody would like to say? You would like to say what is initiation? But you will get after a long time. Yes, Prabhu.
Would you like to promise the spiritual master that I will follow the all regulatory principles?
Wonderful, very good. What is that name? Ritvik. Okay. Ritvik said wonderfully to commit to spiritual master with some vows. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Just trying to give an analogy. Like you go for a driving test, you pass the test and you get the license. Now you have to start driving. Similarly, as you get the initiation, your devotional life has started, and then that's the real way you have to start your devotion.
Okay. Yes. Holding Guru's. Okay. Mataji is saying that initiation is a process where we hold on to our spiritual master. Make a connection with our spiritual master. Okay. Anything else?
Taking shelter of spiritual master.
Okay. Taking shelter of spiritual master. Okay. Yes. Anybody else? Getting connected to the Sampradaya. Okay. Anybody else would like to share? So let us keep it, because this is a very intense topic and very serious topic. You should also speak, I should also speak. Yes, Prabhu.
Guru gives transcendental knowledge to us so that it can reveal our heart to connect with Krishna.
Okay. Connection with Krishna. So should I tell you one story? Please don't mind, because what I have seen, I am going to tell all of you. So because most of my ashram life has been with His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, as just going behind him everywhere. So I know stories from his life which I have seen closely. That is what I am trying to share, which may inspire all of you in your spiritual life. It is a general principle which can be applied for anybody's life. So once His Holiness was giving initiations to some devotees who have come from Iran. So it was in Govardhaniko village in front of Radha Vrindavan Bihar. So one Mataji, she could not come because of some legal things and visa issues and everything. So Maharaj was initiating her on WhatsApp video call. So she was there in Iran and the devotees were sitting and Maharaj was sitting, and then Maharaj asked for the initiation vows and she took the initiation vows and she said, I will try to be as a servant of servant in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. And then Maharaj said, on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, I would like to give you this name, and the internet went away. And when the internet went away, you know what WhatsApp shows? Reconnecting. Right? Did you see? Reconnecting. So then Guru Maharaj said, initiation means reconnecting. Maharaj said, WhatsApp is showing you the right way. Initiations means reconnecting. Actually, he just said and everybody laughed. But later, when I was thinking, it's such a very deep message. Reconnecting with Krishna after so many lifetimes. Brahmate Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beach. So many lifetimes we have spent roaming all over the universe. But how fortunate we are in this life. We have got shelter of Srila Prabhupada and disciples of Srila Prabhupada, by whose mercy we are reconnecting with Krishna. As Prabhuji said, it is connection to Krishna. Wonderful. Anything else? Anybody else would like to say anything? Yes, Prabhuji.
When we please Guru Maharaj, Krishna gets Yasya Prasada, Bhagavad Prasada.
Oh, he's saying initiation is a process of commitment to please our gurus. Yasya prasada bhagavad prasada. Wonderful. Anyone from the Mataji's side? Anyone from the backbenchers? Anybody would like to say something?
We cannot approach Krishna directly. So
We cannot approach Krishna directly.
we need someone.
Why can't we approach Krishna directly?
We need some direction.
GPS? No? GPS will not show us the way to Krishna? Actually, the GPS which shows us where Krishna is Guru. So, yes. So, initiation, as all of you said, is wonderfully connected. It is reconnecting with Krishna. It is giving our lives for the pleasure of Guru. It is showing our commitment. It is connecting to Parampara. Should I tell one more thing which I heard from His Holiness? Once, in a Diksha class, Maharaj was telling, initiation means purification. And he said, initiation does not mean that you are purified from the next moment. But initiation means that you are committing your life for lifetime purification. He said, initiation means you are committing yourselves for lifetime purification. I was so scared when I was hearing this point from outside actually. I was not in the room, I was outside. But it is actually a very, very serious responsibility. The process of initiation is a very, very serious. It's a lifetime commitment. When once Maharaj was asked that many devotees they don't get personal association. So, how many of you feel that it will be so nice if we are in association of our spiritual master? How nice it will be if we can cook for him. How nice it will be if we can serve him. How nice it will be if we can garland him. How nice it will be if we can talk to him. How many of you feel like that? Can you raise your hands? Okay. Very nice desire. But how do you think it will be when 10,000 disciples will think the same thing that I want to cook for my Guru? What will happen? What do you think will happen when 10,000 disciples will think, I want to make a mala and offer to my spiritual master? What will happen? What will happen if 10,000 disciples will think, I want to talk for Maharaj just for one moment? 1 minute is enough, Prabhu. Many people call me and ask me for the request. 1 minute, just 1 minute from Maharaj. But we would have already got 500 calls that we want 1 minute. So once Maharaj was asked this question that how do we get the physical association of our Guru? So Maharaj said, I got lot of physical association of my spiritual master. Then he said, do you all want to know how? How do you all want to know how Maharaj got? And Maharaj said, Srila Prabhupada would come to New Vrindavan, he would sit on the Vyasasan, and I would try to sit as close as possible to the Vyasasan and hear Srila Prabhupada's class. That is my personal association with my spiritual master. This is what he said. Personal association for every disciple is through Vani, is through hearing from the spiritual master. If we can hear nicely, if we can hear dedicated, you know what is one more problem? Everybody wants to see spiritual master and everybody wants to serve spiritual master, but nobody wants to hear from spiritual master. How many of you feel that we are committed in hearing Srila Prabhupada's or our Guru's lecture every day? How many of you have this as a regular practice in your life? Wonderful, wonderful, very nice. And I have seen in the life of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, every day, at least thrice, we hear him playing Srila Prabhupada's lecture. Every day, while he is honoring Krishna, while he is taking his class, while he is in his room, every day, compulsory, he puts on Srila Prabhupada's tape and he hears it. And it is not just that it is playing and he is doing his work, and he attentively remembers everything. And now and then he will keep telling us, you know, Prabhu, today I heard in Srila Prabhupada's lecture this point. And then, if he wants to make us convinced about it, he will bring his speaker and play Srila Prabhupada's lecture for us. And then he will rewind it and play an entire lecture for that point, and then he will say, see, Srila Prabhupada told this. Once, Maharaj had forgotten his instrument in which he plays Srila Prabhupada's lectures. And then we reached Chowpatty temple, and Maharaj told Rachita Prabhu, can you please find my Srila Prabhupada's recording tape immediately, because it's my lifeline of my devotion. Maharaj said, the tape in which I play Srila Prabhupada's lecture is lifeline of my devotion. So for us, the lifeline of our devotion should be our Guru's lectures and Srila Prabhupada's lectures. But many times devotees tell me, Prabhuji, I hear this devotee's lectures, that charismatic devotee, this devotee speaks very nicely. I hear from this Guru, that Guru. Everything is wonderful and fine. But our maximum part, 75% of our sadhana should be our Srila Prabhupada's lectures and our Guru's lectures. That is one of the questions which Srila Prabhu wrote to me also. That how much should we hear from our spiritual master? Actually, we cannot say we should hear day and night from our spiritual master. Then also it will not be enough with the content which they have given. I have very close friends with servant of His Holiness Lokanatha Swami Maharaj, Pranavananda Vittala Prabhu, and he tells me that how much His Holiness Lokanatha Swami Maharaj was very much dedicated in having all his lectures archived properly with titles, with translations, and everything. He said, "This is going to be with my disciples forever. This is the real treasure which I am going to hand over to my disciples." And they were working for many months to properly archive all Srila Lokanatha Maharaj's lectures. So the most important benefit which Srila a spiritual master gives is his instructions. I heard from one very, very senior devotee, Shikshashtakam Prabhu. You all know Shikshashtakam Prabhu? Once he told one of the devotees that I will not go to Maharaj and ask for personal instruction. If we go for personal instruction, he may see our fallen nature and tell us something according to our standard. But I would prefer to go and sit in his Bhagavatam class, where he will speak the highest truth and his expectation from his disciples.
Very good.
So we need not look for any personal instruction. That what will my guru tell me personally? There is nothing personal. Only the second initiation mantras are personal. Everything else is open. Everything is in Bhagavatam class. Everything is in his life. We just have to utilize what our gurus have been giving to us. Whomever we are aspiring from, whomever we are trying to take inspiration from. One more question which Leelananda Prabhu wrote. How do we choose our spiritual master? I would like to know from all of you, how did you choose your spiritual master? How are you choosing your spiritual master? Anybody who is aspiring for initiation here, can you raise your hands? Anybody who is aspiring for initiation? Don't worry, I am not a part of initiation committee examinations. You can tell whatever you want. Anybody aspiring for initiation? Yes, Prabhu. How did you choose your guru?
We can choose Guru based on who raises Krishna consciousness, who raises conviction in Krishna, that should be he should be treated as a Guru.
But how did you get to know that he is uplifting me in Krishna
So
consciousness?
initial days we are hearing from different Maharajas,
Okay.
but one Maharaj will be connecting his mode and Krishna consciousness gets developed by hearing from him.
Okay.
We selected as a Guru.
So this is how
I am
you did
saying
it.
yes.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, Prabhu.
So Hare Krishna. I am inspired from the aspiring Maharaj, the way he respects and dedicates to his Guru. That inspired me.
How did you see that?
By his speeches
Okay.
and his lectures. When I listen to him, I understand how much love he has towards the spiritual master.
Okay, same as Prabhu, you also heard and selected. Okay. Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. For me, three things affected. First is when in my early days, I saw my counselor worshipping the Maharaj. Then I also wanted to do the same. So then from that somehow that there is a affection from our counselor also means Guru Maharaj disciple. So from that some change of portion has come to me. Then after hearing the Guru Maharaj lecture, I feel the kind of pleasure some his Vani has a lot of effect. And after the third point is after the hearing the lecture, I want to do something for the Guru Maharaj. That is the most important thing.
Wonderful. Yes. Anybody else from Mataji's side? Anybody would like to say? Yes, Mataji.
Awesome.
Prabhuji, there are multiple things which actually inspired me.
Okay.
The first thing, of course, I have heard a lot of lectures, but that was not enough for me to know that he's the spiritual master I'm aspiring. But when I saw a few things like, especially some qualities of compassion and mercy that Maharaj displayed, especially for those who are leaving the body, I saw that he personally engages with the devotee at the end of lifetime and motivates them that Krishna is there for them. And that is a very special quality I have not seen anywhere else. I don't know whether any other Guru Maharaj does it, but this was one thing which was very, very inspiring to me, that it was very hopeful. That was one thing. And then I started reading his book, The Journey, what is it? Journey Home. Journey Home. Because I have the second book also, I got confused. Journey Home. And that was very eye-opening. I mean, how can somebody travel so far and wide, hitchhiking, and how much of inspiration he had for searching the absolute truth, for the search of the spiritual master. Also, he took so many steps. He didn't accept somebody just by this one. He did so many things and finally found his calling. So all these things inspired me a lot. And then I started hearing his lectures more and more. And then I was inspired more by his lectures, because earlier it was just like an activity. But when I read about him, but when I saw how he was taking care of the devotees personally and his compassion for them, that actually inspired me more than the lectures initially.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else would like to share from Madhu's side? Yes, Madhu.
Who had connect. It's very difficult to express, but still, like in my life, happened like I got mostly association of his disciples only in my life, and then I realized if his disciples are like this, how the guru will be. So first thing that came to my mind, like because by seeing his disciples, they were always telling that okay, Guru Maharaj ka ye mood hai, aisa hai. So I was thinking if the disciples are like this, then how should the guru will be?
Do you understand Telugu, Mataji? తెలుగులో ఒక సామెత ఉంది తెలుసా మీకు, అన్నం ఉడికింది అని అంటే ఒక మెత్త కొంచెం వస్తే సరిపోతుంది. Can somebody translate for that? So it is a responsibility of each and every disciple of Guru that we should represent him properly. Because you know what happens? Seeing us, people will think that ये ऐसा है तो इसका गुरु कैसा होगा. It may be in a negative sense also and positive sense also. It depends on us. कभी आपने सुना है कि जब बच्चे स्कूल जाते हैं माँ बाप ने क्या ट्रेनिंग दी आपको? Like that teachers tell. Actually there is nothing to do with माँ बाप. This fellow is naughty fellow. But still the blame goes to parents. So when somebody says that I am a disciple of such and such guru, or I am connected to Srila Prabhupada, I am a member of ISKCON, the very moment you get a great responsibility upon your head of becoming or being a perfect gentleman and gentlewoman. Yes, Mother.
When I'm chanting, I'm not even able to hear my own mantra what I'm speaking. But Maharaj, he could hear his mantra from the waves of Ganges. So that amazed me a lot. कि मैं मंत्र बोल रही हूँ और मैं खुद भी नहीं सुन रही हूँ, और वो गंगा की वेव्स का कैसे उनको ये मंत्र उसमें सुनाई आया.
Once we were walking with His Holiness once in Govardhaniko village, and దాన్ని తెలుగులో ఏమంటారు, చంపా ఫ్లవర్ తెలుసా మీకు? ఇలా వైట్ కలర్ లో ఉంటుంది, లోపల ఎల్లోయిష్ కలర్ ఉంటుంది, తెలుసా మీకు? గన్నేరు చెట్టు అని అంటారంట తెలుగులో. పైన వైట్ ఉంటుంది, లోపల yellowish కలర్ ఉంటుంది. ऊपर सफेद रहता है और नीचे yellow रहता है. So on that tree there were a lot of butterflies there. And then Maharaj told us, we were 4 to 5 devotees there. And And then Maharaj said, the first Omkar was initiated by butterflies in my ear. Maharaj. So, great devotees, like Mataji was saying, that they see spiritual truths everywhere, wherever they can. Okay, so wonderful. Actually, all of you know the right mode, how you have to select something. Either you want to say something?
I was inspired to share how I got.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah, definitely. How many of you want to hear?
In my initial spiritual life, I was inspired by two Maharajas. You know, sometimes the question itself that how did you select? Sometimes you feel what qualification I have to select a great devotee. But I was inspired by two different Maharajas, Sannyasi Maharajas. His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj and His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. I used to hear both their lectures, and I always was, puzzled. I used to tell my Siksha Guru that Prabhu, it might be a unique requirement. I want to take initiation from both, like that. But then I later on found out both of them are very close friends. Also, of course, all the great sannyasis are very nice to each other. Then there was a retreat in Gita Nadi, where both of them came to do the class. And it was a 3-day retreat. And it was the best time of my life. When I went to Gita Nagari, I was seeing both of them sitting there and giving classes. It's like my superheroes, whatever you say. In those days, that's what I used to think. Then one incident happened where His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was going to give initiation in New Jersey. And there was one Mataji, her name is Chatamaya Mataji, she is American. She is a disciple of Bhaktitirtha Swami Maharaj. She wanted a second initiation, but by then Bhaktitirtha Maharaj already left. And then the initiation moved from New Jersey to Los Angeles. And we were supposed to go, and for some reason the initiation date was moving, and Maharaj was supposed to go to Los Angeles and give the initiation. But exactly the date of initiation became the Rath Yatra day in Boston. She was in Boston, and she is the main Kirtan leader in Boston. One of the main Kirtan leaders for doing the Rath Yatra. So the temple president said, how can you not be there for Rath Yatra? And the date of initiation is exactly the day in Los Angeles. She was totally bewildered. And that time I used to go to Boston because she told me after Bhagavatam class, so I'm thinking like this, I don't know what to do. Then she called Maharaj's servant and she asked, this is the dilemma I have. Can you please get an answer for me? And Maharaj's servant came back next day. Actually, Maharaj told that next day the reply came that Maharaj told your service is initiation. Your service itself is initiation. So you better serve in the Rath Yatra and consider yourself initiated. The formality I'll do later. Like that Maharaj was. And that statement literally shook me off. Understanding what is the mood of a spiritual master and why is he initiating. And coincidentally, for good or bad, it so happened that Maharaj fell sick. It's actually bad that Maharaj fell sick. He became so sick, the initiation itself got cancelled in Los Angeles. And it came to Connecticut, which is just beside Boston. And Mataji was initiated in Connecticut. So I felt she was waiting and see how Krishna reciprocated. He brought the spiritual masters from such a long distance, very close to Boston, and her desire got fulfilled. This certain incidents, really made me make my choice that I should go for the spiritual master.
Wonderful. So this question is always asked by many devotees. How should we choose our spiritual master? Some people, one devotee said, why did I choose my spiritual master? Because he dances so nicely. One devotee was telling that, and devotee said to some other devotee that I chose my spiritual master because I see the way he play harmonium, very intense, just like me. That's why I chose. So it is not based on any external factor that we choose our guru as our Guru. It is only with the connection which we make hearing from our spiritual master. And like Prabhuji was telling that he took some time from hearing from many spiritual masters. That is one of the best ways. Actually, that is the way in which we have to choose our spiritual master. We have to hear from different personalities, associate with different gurus, disciples. Take some time. It is a homework which we are doing for lifetime commitment. Should I tell you one thing? One devotee came and told me, Prabhuji, I just took initiation in Hari, but I feel no connection. I want Diksha from this Guru now. What will happen to her? He says, I just feel zero connection to him, just zero connection. I just went with the flow and I took it. Now I feel zero connection and I want Diksha from this Guru now. I said, not possible at all. This you have to think before you commit it. Like some people call me and tell me, Prabhu, we want to join your ashram. And I ask them, are you married? And they say, yes. So I'll tell this you have thought before getting married, not now. So before you get committed, think well. So that homework we have to do for ourselves. Hearing and that connection, whom we think that we can give our lives permanently, who can inspire us permanently, then we have to choose. And the next interesting question which Leelanand Prabhu sent to me, how can I make sure my Guru knows what I am doing? How many want to know the answer for this question? How will my Guru know that I am serving in the center, Gachibowli center in Hyderabad, when my Guru is in America? How many of you want to know this? What do you think? How will your Guru? You should only answer. This class is more of you speaking actually. Only then you will realize. Only then we will get to know different ways how glorious all of you are. How is your connection with, because all of us are so far from our spiritual masters, right? Now I am here and Maharaj is in Barsana, and every moment I am thinking, what is Maharaj doing? Where is he? Where is he going? And the servants are telling me, it seems like you are sitting in Barsana only. Why do you call so many times? You go for preaching program peacefully, we will take care, and then anyway tomorrow morning I am going back to Govardhan. But still, we feel that, hey, what is happening? How is he? Where is he? Does he know what I am? How many of you would want to know that does the spiritual master know my name? Does spiritual master know that I am serving here? That I am chanting 32 rounds every day? That I am doing Ekadashi Vrata Nirjala? Now, what do you think? What is your connection with your spiritual master? Somebody who is initiated can tell.
You should keep sending. If you have access to email, you should send frequent emails or send a monthly report.
If somebody has that access, then well and good. But somebody who don't have any sort of communication with your guru, you don't have his email ID, you don't have his phone number, and he does not check his emails at all. So what will you do? Yes, sir.
Is it important?
I'm asking, is that important for you that my spiritual master should know?
No.
Okay. How many of you say that it's not important for us, Prabhu, that my spiritual master should know everything what I am doing? Raise your hands. Very few people think so, Prabhu. How many of you think that it is important for my spiritual master to know what I am doing? Okay, some of you feel also. Wonderful, both are okay. But how do you do that is the question. Yes, Anuradha Mataji.
Externally, we may write emails, we may be under the close servant of Maharaj. But internally, it's a Paramatma connection. As long as you are serving your Guru in all the ways, like what is expected to do as a disciple, when you are
then that should be fine. We should not expect that Guru knows. Guru does know. That strong connection should be there because of Paramatma connection. You know? So I don't think so. We should think what should a Guru know about me rather than I should be more interested in how should I serve my Guru.
Okay. Should I tell you a small story of my life in this connection?
Yes,
Very well.
So I went to Chowpatty to serve His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in 2019. And then Corona came and Maharaj was in America for 2 years. Then when he was in America, we didn't have any access to Maharaj. Many times I did many services to him, but it was never that mm, what to say. He would appreciate me. He would come. He would show his love and affection to me. But there was one period when Maharaj was absent, and many of his godbrothers would come to Govardhan village. So one of the most special memories I have is serving His Holiness Devamrit Swami. I would cook for Devamrit Maharaj, and Maharaj told me once out of his compassion and mercy that you are one of the best cooks in the world. So when Gauranga Prabhu gave me this service, he told me that you should serve everybody, all the Srila Prabhupada's disciples, as you are serving your spiritual master. So that was in my mind that he is not Devamrita Swami, he is not Chandramauli Swami, he is not Radha Govinda Swami, he is not Bhakti Rasamrita Swami, he is Radhanath Maharaj, he is my guru. Whoever is coming to Govardhan Eco Village is Maharaj's guest. So then I would put my heart and soul in whatever way I can serve. And it was never expected. I was just doing my service. Everything was going well. And when Maharaj came back from America, one day I was cooking in kitchen. And if how many of you know Guru Maharaj's room and kitchen in Chowpatty temple? It's a very small kitchen. It is big only. And then I was cooking in the kitchen. And Maharaj comes up the stairs, which he never does. He never comes into the kitchen. But one day he came inside the kitchen. And then he asked me, Hari Prabhu, what are you cooking today? And then I said, Maharaj, whatever little khichdi we make every day. And then I came out to give Maharaj space to come out. And then I was coming out, and then Maharaj embraced me. And then he put his head on my head, and he said, your service to Vaishnavas is my life and soul, Prabhu. Then I was thinking, how did Guru Maharaj know about it? Then I got to know that Devamrita Maharaj went and told Radhanath Maharaj that he did wonderful service for me when I was in Govardhan. But I was not expecting that he should go and report to my Guru and he should congratulate me or he should appreciate me. No. It is just because of following his instructions that everybody who comes to GV is Srila Prabhupada's guest. Give your heart to him, and we did it, and the reciprocation happened. Sometimes it may not be personal reciprocation also. But if we are just following our Guru's instructions, if we are following what is in line with our Guru Maharaj's mood, 110% you can be sure that my Guru is pleased with me. If we are able to please the devotees whom we are serving with, if they are pleased, our Guru is pleased. If we are following our instructions of our spiritual master, then our spiritual master is pleased. In one of the disciples meeting, one devotee asked Maharaj, can we write letters to you, Maharaj? And then Maharaj said, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj would write letters to Srila Prabhupada each and every day. And at night, he would fold the letter and put it in his notebook. Maharaj said, you can do it like this. You can write letter. And actually, have you ever tried writing letter to Srila Prabhupada or your spiritual master? It makes such an intimate, deep connection with our spiritual masters. Try sometimes. Don't send it, just write it. If you want to give also, you can give. Many devotees ask me that does Radhanand Maharaj read our letters? I said, why do you have that doubt? Everybody, many times I get asked this question, did you keep my letter? Did Maharaj read my letter? You know what actually we do is we take all the letters and we open it, sort it out and put it in Maharaj's room. And Maharaj goes through all the letters in his convenient time. So, writing is our duty and reciprocation is our spiritual masters. You may not get direct answer, but you will definitely get reciprocation. That is 100%. Reciprocation is 100% guarantee. So what you have to do, you have to write your feelings. You have to pour your heart out, write it, and offer it to Srila Prabhupada or your spiritual master. And how should we practically know that our spiritual master is pleased with our service? If your authority is pleased with you, your spiritual master is also pleased. This is what I have heard from Maharaj personally, wherever he goes. If he goes to Juhu, he would tell, if Brajhari is pleased, I am pleased. Brajhari Prabhu is the temple president of Juhu temple. He would go to Mayapur, he would say, if Radha Sundari is pleased, then I am pleased. Radha Sundari Mataji is in charge for the devotees there in Mayapur. He would go to Vrindavan and he would say, Panchagauda Prabhu is pleased, I am pleased. I think this is the mood of everybody. Everybody would expect that we serve nicely the devotees in whose association we are. Anybody would like to say some other ways by which we can get to know our spiritual master is pleased with us or not? Anybody would like to share anything? No? Should we go to the next question? Dinananda Prabhu, yes.
By getting happiness in the service which you do.
Okay, by getting happiness
When we are
in the
getting
service
satisfaction and happiness in the service which you do, this is one of the indication that Guru Maharaj is pleased.
Okay, wonderful. The next question Dinananda Prabhu saying is, I need more Vapu than Vani association from my Guru. Is that okay? Is that okay? More Vapu than Vani. And you have to shift to Pandharpur or Delhi or Mumbai. This center will become empty. If everybody wants their spiritual masters, more Vapu association. Do you think it is practical that to get every disciple of the Guru should get permanent Vapu association? Impossible. Srila Prabhupada said that, Prabhupada, we want to be near you. Srila Prabhupada lifted his jacket and showed, this mosquito is very close to me, but it is causing me disturbance. What is the use of being so close and disturbing our spiritual master? Better we stay far and serve our spiritual master. So it's not about being close to Guru. In the yatra, we had a great tough time in putting devotees away. Because everybody wants to touch Maharaj's feet and take the dust. Because it was on the beach side tent, everybody wants dust from his lotus feet. One Mataji literally, she caught Maharaj's legs. And then she took the dust literally, she put her hands in underneath and took the dust. And she later showed me also, Prabhu, I got lotus feet dust. I said, I do not want this, don't show me also. Bhakta pada duliyar, bhakta pada dhyan, bhakta bhukta avashishta, pino mahapal. It does not mean you catch hold of Guru's feet and drag the dust from them. It means that following the instructions of Sri. It means trying to understand his mood and reciprocating with his mood. So, Vapu association is very important. When we get, we should utilize it. Once Maharaj was in America, and then one devotee told him, Maharaj, I am not going to come for this year yatra because I have no leaves for the yatra. Then Maharaj went down and he collected many leaves from the garden and he said, take these leaves and come to yatra. When there is an opportunity, we have to utilize it. If somebody has an opportunity to go and attend your spiritual master's yatras, you should do it for sure. If somebody has an opportunity to attend his Vyasa Puja, you should do it. If somebody knows that my spiritual master is giving lecture somewhere and it is open for everybody, then you should run in your duties and go and attend them. That is the best way to get Vapu association. And you know, one more very, very wonderful way to get spiritual master association is hearing about a spiritual master from those who have served him very closely. Maharaj was telling in one of the meetings that if it was not Srila Prabhupada's servants who shared about Prabhupada's qualities, we would have not had such great attachment to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj said those who are very close to the spiritual master has this responsibility to present the spiritual master in a right manner to the devotees who don't have that opulence. So some devotees may get nice, good association, close association of Guru, and we should catch hold of their feet. And then you should tell them, Mataji, Prabhuji, please tell what are your experiences with spiritual master so that we can understand the mood and the mission of our. Any other way, devotees, what do you feel? How should we get more Vapu association of Guru? And what is your expectation? How much Vapu association you all want? Anybody would like to say? Prabhu, I want 1 month association. Or Prabhu, I want 1 hour association. Any expectations you have? Any devotees who would like to share? I don't know all of your names, so you can say very nicely. I will not follow. Yes, Prabhu.
What I feel is we should not have any expectation at all. That is a fundamental, again, taken from Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna also says, do your duty, don't expect anything. Karmanya vyadhikarasti ma phaleshu. Why can't we take inspiration from that? Serve the spiritual master and don't expect anything from him. Just keep serving.
You means don't expect means don't worry about Vapu association?
No, definitely. But don't really crave for it. Yeah, I mean, craving is there, but if it is
Okay,
not
you are
possible.
saying don't expect too much.
Exactly. Like what your example you're saying about Mataji snatching the leg of His Holiness and taking out, right? We should not go to that level, is what I personally. Just serve.
Okay. Anybody would like to say any other perspectives?
Ravi, I have a question.
Yes.
When we get a Vapu association,
When we get Vapu association, like in Vani, we know we are hearing, we get instructions, what we call the speeches, we take inspiration. In Vapu association, what should be our mood? What exactly should we be thinking when we are getting Vapu association is my question.
Wonderful. Such a nice question which Mataji asked. Actually, everybody, all of us have to think. When we are hearing lecture, what do we think? What instruction my Guru Maharaj is giving in this lecture? What should I follow? How should I rectify myself? Then what should I think when I am in direct physical presence? Very nice question, right? So, what I heard from the devotees is, when we are in the Vapu Association of Spiritual Master, we should see his qualities in a way how he presents what he is speaking, his acharana. I will tell you one example, I'm very sorry that I am telling things from my life because that is what I know. It is what I have experienced in my service with His Holiness. So, for the very first time when I saw Radhanath Maharaj in Chennai, when I was doing my engineering, I was in engineering first year. And this was Journey Home Tamil book launch. So, Maharaj came and we gave a lecture. And Sri Rangam's head pujari, Murali Bhattar, You would have seen him, Murli Bhattarji, in any of the yatras. So he bought a garland of Ranganatha Swami and he offered it to Guru Maharaj and he offered his obeisances, like a grihastha does to a sannyasi. And you know what Maharaj did later? He bent down and offered his obeisances, prostrated obeisances to Murli Bhattarji, touched his feet and put on his head. Then I was thinking, this was shock of my life because in my childhood I have seen many sannyasis, but they never bent. But I saw, hey, this sannyasi is bending. Why is he bending? He is not seeing himself as a sannyasi and the person in front as a rasta. He is seeing person in front as a servant of Lord. And this is what he tells in his lectures. This is what is mood of our Sampradaya and he is exactly following it. This is one of the first inspirations which I got to take shelter from his audience. So what we see is what is his behavior, what he does. Like I should I tell you one very wonderful thing which just happened 2 days before. We were in Vrindavan. So we were going in car. Devanand Pandit Prabhu, one of the brahmacharis in Chowpatty, he stays in Vrindavan. It was his 62nd birthday. And then Maharaj was telling his glories and he said, Prabhu, I am giving you your Vyasa Puja offering. And then he said, we were in Pujari's house from Nandagaon, one of the Pujari's house in Nandagaon. We went for Prasad and before everybody he was glorifying Devanand Pandit Prabhu. And he said, Prabhu, this is my Vyasa Puja offering. And then we were going in the car and Devanand Pandit Prabhu said, Maharaj, the disciples in Vrindavan would like to hear a class from you. And then Maharaj said, I am not any guru in the Dham. I am just a speck of dust in Vrindavan Dham. Like that he said. There is a bad news also continuing for this story. And then he said, no disciples meeting. And all the disciples got so sad. He is saying, with our Guru Maharaj's humility, we are not getting his association. They were complaining. And then next day morning, Maharaj was going to Japan and he said to the servant that I will do disciples meeting at 11 o'clock in the morning. And then we circulated the message, all the disciples came. And in that he was telling, Devananda Pandit Prabhu on his birthday was asking me something and I rejected it. I am such a demon. And then he said, I could not sleep because of that. I was thinking I should reciprocate with Devananda Pandit Prabhu's request which he made on his birthday. And I came here today to serve all of you. Thank you. So, in the personal association of Guru, we see what is his character. Many people may not be able to see very closely, but still we have to observe. Like Guru Maharaj is chanting in the yatra. How many of you have chanted with him in the yatra, in the recent Jagannath Puri yatra? So intense, so dedicated. Every day in the morning, however his health might be there, he would come there and sit and chant. Many devotees were sitting very closely and chanting with Maharaj also. So we can see the kind of taste, the kind of dedication. His health was so bad. One day in the yatra he could not give lecture. The next day he told us, my only goal now is to serve the devotees who came for me. And what kind of austerities he went through to do that, only we know. So, in the association of Guru, it is a very, very rare and very divine opportunity which Krishna has given us. So, whenever we get it, we have to utilize it thoroughly. Many devotees were telling Prabhu, we directly come for prasad, breakfast, and then go for the yatra. We never came and chanted. Like that, some devotees. I said, you came all the way to get association, and you are not coming in the morning and chanting. Should I tell you one more story? I don't know. Can I tell?
Please.
One day, Sanat Kumar Prabhu, our Yatra organizer, he went to Maharaj and he said, Maharaj, tomorrow is India Australia World Cup finals. If India wins, there will be disturbance in our yatra because many people may burn a lot of crackers and there will be a lot of sounds. And Maharaj said, what do you think, Sanat Kumar Prabhu? Which team should win? And Sanat Kumar Prabhu said, Maharaj, if we want to have a peaceful yatra, then India should lose. And you know what Gurma said immediately? I feel India should win because if India wins, then many people may come and dance in our kirtan. And then next day morning, we were going in the car for Japa. And then Maharaj was telling me, so Prabhu, today is World Cup finals. Do you know that? I said, yes, Maharaj. And Maharaj saw me like this. Do you like cricket? I said, no, Maharaj. Only when India plays, I am interested. Then Maharaj asked me, so which team should win? So I said, Maharaj, if you pray, then India will win. So you are asking me to do some fruitive activity? I said, no, Maharaj, but it is just my request. And Maharaj said, I will not pray like that. I will pray, Jagannath ji, whatever gives you pleasure, and whichever team you want to see win, they should win. And then Maharaj said, I can pray that India should win if many people who are watching the match will take one Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita and read it. Then that will be fruitful, like that Maharaj said. And then he turned back to me and he said, is that okay? Can I pray like this? I said, perfect, Guru Maharaj. So, when we see him speak, when we see him talk, even smallest of things, we see how positive he is. He could have easily said, let India lose and we can continue peacefully as it. India should win and many people should join the king. India should win and many people should read the king. So these are small, small things we can observe in the lives of our spiritual masters. So I am just speaking whatever I have seen, but it applies to all Srila Prabhupada's disciples. Every disciple of Srila Prabhupada is a big diamond. Every disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Yes,
Prabhuji, in yatras, when we are one among the 10,000 devotees who are there, sometimes we may not be able to observe the points that you mentioned. So in such cases, what exactly, again, I'm sorry for repeating the question, but how much can we grasp from the little bit that we get every evening? What should we be observing in that? Like, is it through his lectures, what he's trying to convey and living by them? Or how will we know the close things that you are mentioning that he was not well, so he didn't come?
Yeah, like I said, Mataji, the only way is to know from the devotees who are serving us. How do you know about Srila Prabhupada if not about Leelamrita? How do we know about Srila Prabhupada if not Srila Prabhupada's disciples have shared Srila Prabhupada's memories? So that is most of it. That's why we should have regular gatherings where we hear about our spiritual masters. That's why we did a small endeavor in COVID time, starting a series called Madhuram Madhure Mukopi. Some of you here would have heard those series. So, many devotees like His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, they have every Wednesday, I guess, they have Jayapataka Swami Shishya Sangha, Shishya Parivar Sangha. So, many groups individually, they hear about Maharaj. It's such an amazing thing. His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, every morning Maharaj chants with all the devotees. How many of you attended his Japa session? So there are these ways by which we can get the association of spiritual master and try to understand it better. Okay, Mataji? Thank you. Anybody else would like to say anything? Regarding this point of how much Vaku association you all want. Yes, Leela.
just sharing from me one incident that happened. I mean, if you ask me, do I like to have Vapu association? Definitely, I would never lie that I don't want to. But I saw an incident, names apart. There was this devotee who got an opportunity to host Maharaj in America, and he was so excited, and he was always like, "I want to host, I want to host, I want to be very close to my spiritual master." This is all nice. He did so many changes in his house, so many things, and Maharaj was going to stay for like 4 to 5 days in that house, which is generally very rare. But Maharaj, is because he was doing many university programs. And after 2 days of Maharaj staying there, um, I don't know how, I don't remember, it happened many years back. I heard that the whole family got burned, in terms of the amount of austerity they felt in serving Maharaj staying so close to him. Because the expectations were not told, but the standards are so high, right? And later on, he shared with me, that Prabhu, we think we are asking for something, but we should know whether we are prepared for it.
Yeah, it's like fire. How close you are and how careful you are. If from distance, fire is very nice. చలికాలంలో గోవర్ధనికి వెళ్ళలో ప్రతి కూడా చాలా చలి ఉంటుంది. It's very cold in Govardhan village. So our security staff, they lit some bonfire. And once I was sitting close to it and I was feeling so nice. I was chanting, and somehow in chanting I went a bit close, and my dhoti started burning from down. I could not realize it because it was so cold. And by the time I saw, till here the dhoti started getting to burn. So then I understood I was too close to the fire, which is very dangerous thing to do. You should know very carefully how you have to handle fire. Same with spiritual masters. Same with any devotee. We cannot be casual. You cannot take it for granted. You have to be most attentive. Once Maharaj asked me, Prabhu, what is the time? So this namesake iWatch. What happened is I had a dial on my watch, and then somehow the minutes hand and the seconds hand were very similar. And when I saw the time, I felt it was 6:45. And I said, Maharaj, it is 6:45. Maharaj said, 6:45? Then the devotee who was sitting in front driving, the driver told, no Maharaj, it is 5:45 only. And Maharaj saw, he said, you should be thoughtful when you answer something. And Maharaj told, immediately I changed it to this big dial where it showed me clearly what is the time now. Said I don't want any more chastisement from now onwards. That's why I put this dial now. I can see the watch. If I see, I have to get to know the time. No seconds hand, no minutes hand in my life from now on. We have to be very careful. We have to be very super duper attentive. That is how the seva happens. We are a personal society. And the next question which Leelananda Prabhu said is, how can I increase my intimacy towards serving good? Leelananda Prabhu, would you like to share something on this? And Anuradha Mataji and Karunaradhika Mataji. Karunaradhika Mataji, would you like to say something on this topic? How should I increase my intimacy in serving my?
Guruji, I think since we are talking that we don't have the first association, I think wherever we are, we should follow his instructions and keep serving. Serving in the mode that Maharaj will like, and if we have that good fortune, we will get his association what I feel. So keep serving wherever we are in the mode that will please it. And that's the only thing we can do at this point. And if we are fortunate, we will get his association.
Very good, wonderful. Anybody else would like to stand another month? Anything on this?
What is more important?
Maharaj's first instructions. I want all my disciples to chant his Japanese.
and then the mood of Maharaj in serving the other Vaishnavas. So all these if we are doing, I think that is how the more service we are getting, that's the reciprocation and that's the intimacy result of if you are properly following. More service, more opportunity to do more Krishna conscious service is a reciprocation from the Guru.
I am remembering something which happened recently. Should I tell Leela?
Yes, please.
So when all of you went back from Puri, so Maharaj said one evening that we should go to different places in Puri. So me and Maharaj were going in the car, and we went to a place called Chakratirtha in Puri. How many of you have been to this place, Chakratirtha? By the time we reached, it was very late in the night, and the Chakratirtha temple was closed. Then Maharaj said, "Is there a beach next to it?" I said, "Yes, Maharaj." And one was the devotee who was driving, and I was sitting, and Maharaj was there. And then we all went, and then Maharaj took bath in the ocean and in the night, and then he came. And this devotee who was driving Maharaj, he told Maharaj, he thought that we are alone, Guru Maharaj now. Let me take this chance and try to do some intimate service. Then he asked him, Maharaj, can I wash your feet? And then Maharaj said, Ocean has washed my feet, you can go and bathe in the ocean. Actually, he said, Maharaj, can we wash your feet and put that water on my head? Then Maharaj said, ocean already washed my feet. And then Maharaj was telling me, Prabhu, if you want, you can go into the waters. I can wait for you. Like Maharaj said, Maharaj, no, Maharaj, you go, Maharaj. No, you can go and bathe in the ocean. I said, no, Maharaj, I don't want to. Then Maharaj said, third time after he put his tilak, Prabhu, if you want to go inside, you can. I said, no, Maharaj. I was very fearful. Such high tide was there on that day, we told, but he is adventurous. Then Maharaj said, it feels I am younger than you. He said, Maharaj, you are most young than all of us, Maharaj. And then we were going back in the car. Actually, washing feet, putting the water on the head, putting the garland, this is not intimate service. Intimate service is understanding heart. What is most intimate thing to do is to make a place in Guru's heart for ourselves and make a place in our heart for our spiritual master. That is the most intimate. And how should we increase our intimacy? Yes, all those points which we were talking till now is by hearing his lectures, associating with the devotees who are serving him, taking his Bapu association, reading his books, understanding his mood and everything. So the last question which Prabhuji wrote to me is last but not the least, in words of Leelananda Prabhu. Am I qualified for initiation? When do we think that we have become qualified? One Mataji in yesterday's Kotapet program was asking, Prabhuji, Guru దీక్షిస్తా అంటున్నారు నాకు అధికారం ఉందా దీక్ష తీసుకోవడానికి? Am I qualified to take Diksha? When will I get qualified to take Diksha? I said, we are never qualified to get initiated. It is just mercy of our spiritual master that he is giving us. Srila Prabhupada said, you have no qualification. Maharaj tells it like this. With all his humility and compassion, Srila Prabhupada said that you have no qualification. I have made your qualification. So, Prabhu, what should we feel if we are not qualified? Should we accept it or not? We should definitely do it wholeheartedly, accepting that this is Krishna's mercy coming in my life to my Guru Maharaj and give your lives for that mercy. So, this is the last question which Prabhuji had sent. Any views on this? on qualification for Diksha. Would you like to say something? So these are some things which Prabhuji had written to me and some thoughts which I thought I would like to share with all of you. And then Prabhuji said we should have some questions and answers also. I heard from Prabhu that many of you are preparing to get initiated very soon or very late, we don't know. But yes, definitely sometime. So if you have some questions, then you can ask. Hare Krishna.
Say a few words. Hare Krishna. Actually, like initiation, we heard a lot now. Actually, the reason I chose this topic is because everybody here should aspire for it, right? Which guru, what kind of attachment you have with the guru, that should happen. You should be aspiring for it. Otherwise, how can we make progress in spiritual life? We have to take that diksha. We have to get the mercy of that pure person, right? And these questions are actually many more questions are there. These are just a few, I have written for Prabhuji, and I'm very grateful that Prabhuji so nicely answered. And and I can say that all of us are benefited if you have attentively heard. And I'm recording the lecture. Please hear it again. Because it's the most important aspect of our spiritual life that we should take initiation from a spiritual master. And we should serve that spiritual master in the best possible way. All these things we are doing in spiritual life will get empowered when we get the blessings. Otherwise, it's something is missing. I'll share one incident in my spiritual life. I was like, am I qualified? Am I qualified? Where did that question come from? That question goes on, am I qualified? Am I qualified? Then I was living in US, I was preaching there. I did choose the spiritual master, but I was still thinking, should I ask for it? Should I not ask for it? My Siksha Guru was coming, but I was never behind him. I was like, okay, I'm interested. Then one family came to our house. His name is Vijay Gopal Prabhu. And he's a disciple of Indradunya Swami Maharaj. And he's a Polish from Poland. So he came and asked me that, Prabhu, you are preaching, you're not initiated? She said, no, Prabhu, I'm waiting. I said, what do you mean you're waiting? You should get initiated. I said, Prabhu, I've given my name, it is in the, I don't know, my Siksha Guru is taking care. I said, how can you speak like that? How can you live without initiation? You should get initiated. I was not understanding where this is going. I was like, okay, I'll get initiated. But he spoke to me how he got initiated. Right? So he was a Polish devotee. He was very much aspiring from Indradunya Maharaj. But he was a working person, so he had to work. He could not go with his Guru Maharaj all the time. But he used to contribute for the big festivals of his Guru Maharaj. Every year when he files his tax return, a big refund will come. In the US, you get that refund, whatever is there. So the entire money is to send for Maharaj's big festivals in Europe. And Maharaj does big festivals in Maharaj. So he told, I wanted to get initiated, and this is what was happening, like they were telling slowly. I said, no, I want to get initiated. So I went and I spoke to Maharaj, one of the famous disciples or important disciples is Prahlad Prabhu. Very famous, Sri Prahlad. So he went and, Prahlad Prabhu, when am I getting initiated? Yeah, your name is there in the list. Next day morning, Prahlad Prabhu, do something, you have to get initiated. I told you yesterday only it will happen. Next, after 1 month, Prabhu, what about me? It's not a superficial thing. What he was trying to convey to me is, how desperate are we to get initiated? He was actually trying to point me that, if you're not desperate, why are you getting initiated? How much are you desperate? Do you know the importance of it? Do you know the importance of why you should get initiated? I then realized, my God, what was I thinking? Okay, I told my Siksha Guru, I should not torture my Siksha Guru again and again and saying why. But am I desperate or no? Like Prabhuji started with a beautiful, answer to this question in the form of Ramanujacharya taking initiation from Mahapurna. Now, no more Varadaraj, that was I was remembering that incident when Prabhuji told that that's exactly the mood that he conveyed. That I have to get initiated. There is no question of waiting. Why should I wait? I should not wait. There is no time to wait. Maybe I'll die. If I die now, then what is my hope? Where is the question? What comforts us? A lot of people, we don't have that, but we have to develop that desperation. And desperation and with the willing to wait. It's a weird combination actually. You are willing to wait, at the same time you are desperate. So that Prabhuji taught me, that he actually told me how important it is. And then I became very desperate. And then he told that he finally took his first initiation in Poland. When Maharaj was giving it, Indrajani Maharaj was, he took his first initiation. And that day the most relieved person was Prahlad Prabhu. That he got initiated. And then he went and told, okay, Vijay Gopal Prabhu, are you happy? You have got initiated? But when is my second initiation? This is too much. When is the second initiation? It's like, just now I got initiation. No, I have to get second initiated. I don't want to take birth again. I want to serve Maharaj. So then again, Sri Prahlad Prabhu was like, okay, this story is not ending here. Right? So, in that, actually, through the mercy of different devotees, we get to know how our mood should be. Otherwise, who will set our mood? Nobody else will set, right? We have to have such kind of devotees coming into our life who will tell us these things to make us realize the more importance of initiation. Right? So, then I went to my Shiksha Guru, Jugal Kishore Prabhu. I met him. Till then I was never asking him, what about me? But this time I asked him, Prabhu, what about me? Your name is there in the list. Don't worry. So no, Prabhuji, I am very worried now. I don't know, you have to get me initiated as soon as possible. Oh, finish your time, there is this. Okay, Prabhu, tell me, what should I do which can make my initiation faster? Now the same software mind starts, right? You want to do something. Then he told, Sir Maharaj, you have to do service. Then I will get you initiated. So how should I do service? Then sometimes, gurus have projects. All projects are to serve Prabhupada, but some projects. Then he said, you have to do this service. Can you do this service? I'll not tell what the service was, but he demanded every Friday at least 7-8 hours. I have to spend somewhere and do it. I started doing it. And then my wife was supporting me immensely when I was doing that service. And we together were trying to do our best to please. Ultimately, I felt Yugal Kishore Prabhu was pleased. And when Yugal Kishore Prabhu is pleased, one of the ways is Maharaj is pleased. So then he told, okay, Prabhu, I'll push you in. And then, we went to a place and Maharaj came there and it all happened suddenly and the mercy came. We got initiated, me and my wife. But I will never forget what the devotee did to me. I'll never forget that Vijay Gopal Prabhu, what he did to me. He not only told me how important it is to get initiated and what kind of desperate mode we should have to get initiated and not to take initiation cheaply. A great example is his own life, where he rarely meets Indrajani Maharaj. He rarely met Indrajani. All he does is in his capacity, he sends that much contribution throughout the year savings, he sends it there because his Guru Maharaj is famous for conducting big festivals. And he needs a lot of funds. He told his disciples, if you cannot come and spend time with me, at least help me in my service. So they are all very, very focused in doing what they do. Right? So this topic is very, very close to my heart also. And actually I chose this topic so all of you will also get benefited. I'm still not satisfied and completed with Prabhuji what you have shared. I really want to hear more.
Should I tell you one story?
Yes, it's very good.
Then contradictory to Leelanand Prabhu's story. Once we were in one place and Gauranga Prabhu and Guru Maharaj were sitting, and then Gauranga Prabhu said, Maharaj, this devotee who is serving you now is waiting for 15 years to get initiated. And Maharaj said, just 15 years? Then Gauranga Prabhu said, Maharaj, how much time does it take to chant one round? Just 5 minutes, chant and give the name. And Maharaj said, you do it like this when you become Guru. Then Maharaj said, initiation means not chanting on the beads and giving it to the other person. I give my life and soul when I give initiation. I give my life and soul to that devotee when I give initiation. Maharaj said it is not very a casual thing actually. Initiation is not just about having a photo of our guru in the house. It is not about telling that I am disciple of so and so. This is about if spiritual master is so serious about giving diksha to a disciple, how much a disciple has to be serious about accepting the initiation. It is a very serious thing to introspect and understand what it means to get initiated, to surrender our life.
Can everybody come? Sorry.
To surrender our life. Should I tell?
Yes.
I'll tell you one more story.
Very good.
So when we were in lockdown, do you know Venkat Prabhu? Vinny Chandar in America. Venkat Prabhu is he's in America. Did you see this video? Eat means West with Maharaj and Dr. Colonel West.
Yes.
One devotee who first introduces both of them, Vinny Chandar, is Venkat Prabhu, one of our godbrothers. So he sent me a photo of one initiation photo. Very old initiation photo. In that, Guru Maharaj is also visible. Then he asked me, is this Guru Maharaj sitting in this photo? And I said, I don't know, Prabhu. Then he told me that you sent this photo to Guru Maharaj and asked whether it is his photo or not. I said, Prabhu, I cannot do this intimate seva, you only ask Guru Maharaj. Then he sent this photo to Maharaj and he asked, Maharaj, are you in this photo? Then Maharaj said, then first he said, yes, I am the one who is sitting second from the last. Then this message came, and after 10 minutes, Maharaj sent one more message to me. Do you want to know what he said? Yes. Actually, Srila Prabhupada initiated as well as Radharani Swami Maharaj through a letter from Australia. And Maharaj was telling His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj was also initiated through a letter. But you see the dedication of these devotees. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, unparalleled dedication and sincerity towards the spiritual life. To this day, when I saw him in Pune GBC meetings, everybody was just crying. Two devotees have to hold him tightly now to walk. But still, every day in the morning at 4:30 a.m., he is in the altar doing the. Every day, personal worship to his deities. Hundreds of meetings. Not even one moment he is thinking for himself. His whole life is sold out for pleasure of Shiva. Maharaj was telling that Gopal Krishna Maharaj got his initiation through a letter. It does not matter how much close you are and how much intimate was your initiation ceremony. Did I take vows before your spiritual master or not? These devotees were concerned about their dedication and their service for their spiritual master, not what name I got, which das I got, what will be my name. Many people tell, Prabhuji, एक छोटा सा help कर देना, जब मेरा दीक्षा हो जाएगा, राधा नाम थोड़ा डाल देना मेरा नाम. Like that, I know devotees who have told me like that. And one devotee told me, Prabhuji, मेरा नाम राधा चरण दास रहना चाहिए. This is not initiation that I want Radha Naam, I want to get this name Radha Charan Das. This is not initiation. They were not concerned. And then Maharaj told, I was initiated 6 months before. I actually got to know my name. Maharaj was telling, I never accepted it formally. I was just praying to Krishna till the moment I take this vow that my life and soul will be dedicated at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, I will not take it. And then he was saying that devotee who was heading New Vrindavan project, Idananda Maharaj, he would tell Richard, Srila Prabhupada has given you a very nice name. I will only tell if you shave your head up. Like that he would tell all the time. And then Maharaj did not get any kind of allurement. He waited. And the day he decided that this life is for Srila Prabhupada's service, he went to Kirtanand Maharaj and said, I will accept Srila Prabhupada's initiation now. And the letter was opened and Radhanatha's name was there.
Great.
Lifetime commitment, wholehearted lifetime commitment. This is what Diksha means. How many of you are ready for it? Now let us see. Initiation enthusiasts, lifetime commitment to the words of our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. How many are ready for it? Should raise your hands. Wonderful. Then you are perfectly eligible to take Diksha. Prabhu, we are scared. What should we do? Still you can take Diksha and be under the guidance of Gilananda Prabhu and Anuradha Mataji. That is also very, very safe position. They will guide you in a right path, by which we can all become more and more serious and dedicated. Any questions anybody would like to ask? And in course of questions, we will try to share a few things.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol Prabhu,
Thank you.
బాగున్నారా?
బాగున్నాను. Thank you so much. మనం చూస్తే చాలా 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 ఆనందంగా ఉంది. So, Prabhu, I have this question. It might sound a little weird, but I wanted to ask. See, when we try to understand the Krishna conscious philosophy, and we try to see the Guru Tattva and the purity coming from the Srila Prabhupada, we see that almost all the Gurus carry the same level of purity. And it gets very difficult to think about whom should I choose. I sometimes think, who am I to choose? Am I qualified enough to choose between Guru and see who is the right Guru for me and kind of things? I sometimes feel that all the Gurus are coming from the Guru Tattva. All of them carry the same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood and philosophy. So any Guru who wants to initiate, maybe we should take from them. Who am I to choose? Who am I to discriminate and use my judging power to say like that? Am I not judging when I am trying to compare, hearing just lectures? Let's say I hear different lectures. Maybe one Maharaj might be talking more effectively. Maybe language, maybe examples, or maybe something else. Another Maharaj might not be talking so, his vocabulary may be different or something like that. So am I judging this Maharaj is talking so beautifully, I go by him or something like that? So I have this question which is bothering me since some time. If you can shed some light and.
Okay.
Thank you.
Prabhuji asked a very intense question. So when we hear different spiritual masters, we are not judging anybody. We are not comparing. We are just seeing who is inspiring my heart. It is not about them. It is more about us. That whom I will be happy to dedicate my life to. Whose words are touching my heart. It is not that some devotee may speak charismatically and we are getting attracted to him. It does not work like that. It comes as an inspiration. That's why
Can you keep a little closer?
it is not just hearing somebody's lectures by which we can choose it, but we have to pray intensely to Sri Radha and Krishna that please show me my spiritual master. Have you heard the story of Madan Mohana Mohini Mataji? Parshuram Prabhu's daughter in Pune? How many of you know Madan Mohan Mohini Mataji? None of you know? She passed away recently. You know what happened? She had multi-organ disorder. And then in one Vyasa Puja of Srila Prabhupada, she wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada that please show me way. How can I reach my spiritual master? How should I become closer to Krishna? And then few days after that, she was crying entire night in remembrance of His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami. And then when she Like she could not even sleep for days. Then she got so attached to Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, and she got together all the disciples of Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj together by her seva. And then she was struggling. How should I? Tamal Krishna Maharaj is not there. And who is the way for us? And by the inspiration of Tamal Krishna Maharaj, she took initiation from His Holiness Giriraj in America. She's Parshuram Prabhu's daughter. They would be in jail. They should take to Pune. And this year, Mohana Moshi Mataji left her body. She had Tamal Krishna Maharaj's shoes. She went to Dallas, was Tamal Krishna Maharaj's place. Dallas, and then they had a reunion of all Tamal Krishna Maharaj's disciples in Dallas. So this inspiration, hearing of devotees, different devotees lecture is not at all judging anybody. It is just understanding that who is inspiring my heart in a way for me to dedicate my life to Srila Prabhupada. That is what we are doing. We are not judging them, but we are seeing what is inspiring our heart. In that mood only we are. And I have seen it is not, I have seen my batchmates, we all would hear lectures from different spiritual masters in our base, in our voice, and different devotees got attracted from different spiritual masters. One devotee, Ankit Prabhu, got inspiration from His Holiness Indradumna Swami Maharaj. His name is Chaitanya Bhavana. One devotee, Sandeep Prabhu, he got inspiration from His Holiness Jagataka Swami Maharaj. His name is Shanta Narasimhana. So it is not just about charisma. It will not work like that. It is about inspiration. When we look forward for that inspiration, definitely Krishna will be. Is that okay, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Any other questions?
We just want to share that it's a very eternal process, because when I asked my Shiksha Guru Yugal Prabhuji, like, how will I know, who's going to be my spiritual master? And Prabhuji just said, you will know when you meet him. So somehow when I met Radhanath Swami for the first time, it was a very internal inspiration. So nothing external actually. I hadn't listened to his lectures or anything. So I truly believe that it's that internal connection, not anything external we are looking. So I think that we are right.
Wonderful.
Get that internal.
Just like Madan Mohan is Mataji's story which I was sharing. Krishna reveals when we are sincerely praying for it.
So by Krishna's mercy we get Guru. So I think that prayers should be very intense for getting the right.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions? Yes.
ప్రభుజీ మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తే చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది ప్రభుజీ. నా డైలీ డే మీతోనే స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, మీతోనే ఎండ్ అవుతుంది. మీ ప్రవచనాలు వింటాను నేను. ఉదయం భాగవతం వింటాను ప్రభుజీ. ఉదయం లేగానే నాకు క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది ప్రభుజీ. చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, మీరు అలో చేస్తే కనుక.
చాలా క్వశ్చన్ కదా, ఒక క్వశ్చన్.
మైక్ ప్లీజ్.
మైక్ అనురాధ మాతాజీ దగ్గర ఉంది. మా మాతాజీని పిలిచి చేసేద్దాం. అనురాధ మాతాజీ వచ్చేసారు మీ దగ్గర.
Can you throw some light on some misconceptions or wrong understanding of Pratibha? చాలా మంది వస్తారు, నాకు ఇనిషియేషన్ కావాలి, అంటే the process of Krishna consciousness, accepting of Guru also, we tell how important is the Guru. And so a lot of people will follow this as one of the part of the ritualistic. They say, I want initiation అయితే చాలా సీరియస్ అయిపోతుంది. ఇనిషియేషన్ అయితే చాలా సీరియస్ అయిపోతుంది. I need initiation. I think after initiation I have to be serious. So this kind of devotees are there who we've been seeing. It's not about initiation. Initiation అంటే start కదా, ఇప్పుడు నేను స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. It's not that. Initiation is heart-to-heart connection. And even when you choose your Guru, already you should follow what you need to do even after initiation. The idea with the can you throw some like how important is it? What should be the mood even before the initiation? What exactly changes after initiation?
Initiation is just a formal. Initiation is just a formal ritual in the way. What is initiation? How initiation happens is initiation happens in the heart. When you get attached, the moment you are attached to your spiritual master and you dedicate your life to your spiritual master, initiation has happened. And just the name giving ceremony is just a formal thing which will it is important, it is very important, but it is not as important as your dedication to your spiritual master. That may come at any point of time. కాబట్టి ఇనిషియేషన్ అయ్యాకే ఓన్లీ ఆఫ్టర్ ఇనిషియేషన్ ఐ బికమ్ సీరియస్ అనేది ఎలాంటిదో తెలుసా అండి? చాలా మంది మాకు చెప్తూ ఉంటారు, ప్రభుజీ ఫ్రమ్ ది డే రీసెంట్లీ వన్ పర్సన్ టోల్డ్ మీ దట్ ఫ్రమ్ వైకుంఠ ఏకాదశి యు సీ హౌ ఐ యామ్, హౌ విల్ ఐ బీ, హౌ విల్ ఐ చేంజ్. ఆయన లాస్ట్ 3 ఏళ్ల నుంచి ఇదే చెప్తున్నాడు. ప్రభు జన్మాష్టమి నుంచి చూడండి నేను ఎలా అవుతాను. తర్వాత అంటాడు, I heard that in Gaudiya Vaishnavism it is Radha Dasyam. So from Radhashtami I will. And he would say, Prabhu, మీరే చెప్పారు కదా లెక్చర్ లో కార్తీక మాసం అన్నిటికంటే బెస్ట్ మాసం అని. So I will start changing from Kartika Mas. Then he would say, Prabhu, we are all Mahaprabhu's followers, so I will change from Gaur Purnima. And then comes Prabhu, మనం సనాతన ధర్మాన్ని చెందిన వాళ్ళం. Prabhu, Jai Shri Ram, Ram Navami ki Jai. And that never came, and now his Muhurta is Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So you should not fall in trap of Maya, which will tell from this day, from this time I am going to change. That will never come. If you want to be sincere, start it now. Maya can tell us anything. After initiation, first initiation, na pair marchaka and serious ga utara. After getting first initiation, then you may feel second initiation mantra when I get, then I will change. So that day will never come. In this process, Shiksha Gurus who are recommending names have to be very serious. Once I heard Maharaj telling that Shiksha Gurus will also get karma, that if they recommend insincere names. So we have to be very, very careful on whose names are we putting forward for initiation. We have to see their sincerity. We have to, are they really attached to giving their lives to Srila Prabhupada's mission in the mode of servant of souls. And Prabhu,
Prabhuji, like last month I lost my baby, Prabhuji. And మా వైఫ్ అడిగారు, ఎందుకు మనకి ఇంతటి కష్టం వచ్చింది అని అడిగారు. అప్పుడు నేను అన్నాను, మనమేమో పూర్వజన్మలో ఏదో తప్పు చేసి ఉంటాము, సో ఇలాంటి కష్టం ఇచ్చాడు దేవుడు, మనం మళ్ళీ అలాంటి తప్పులు చేయకుండా చూసుకుందాము అని. సరే అదే కష్టం ఎందుకు ఇవ్వాలి, ఇంకా డిఫరెంట్ కష్టం ఏదో ఇవ్వచ్చు కదా అంటే, ఏమో మనం లాస్ట్ జన్మలో మన పిల్లల్ని సరిగ్గా చూసుకోలేదేమో, అందుకే ఇప్పుడు తను వదిలేసి వెళ్ళిపోయింది అన్నాను. అసలు ఫస్ట్ మనం ఎందుకు ఇంత పాపం చేశాము, మనం అందరం దేవుడి దగ్గర నుంచి వచ్చాం కదా, ఆ దేవుడు మనకి ఎందుకు ఇంత పాప ప్రవర్తించాడు అని అడిగింది.
I'm very sorry for you and prayers, heartfelt prayers, all of the devotees' prayers will be definitely with your baby. You know what you can think is maybe she had only some time in this world and she is going back to Krishna. She did not suffer like we are suffering here. Her suffering is done and she is a friend of Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Have that faith, and whatever you are doing, whatever spiritual practice you are doing, always remember her and offer it to your baby. And definitely she will be at the lotus feet of Radharani. But I understand too, this philosophy will not work when you are in pain. We all sympathize with your pain and we cannot actually understand what you are going through. It is very easy for me to speak, but it is extremely difficult for a mother, and how much pain she will be under when something like this happens. So, at this time, whatever philosophy we will try to present, it does not work actually because mother is mother. So we just have to We just have to give ourselves some time and have faith in Krishna. And then Krishna will definitely keep us safe at his mercy.
కానీ మనం ఎందుకు పాపం చేస్తాం
There is
ప్రభుజీ?
no answer for this. It's just you will not get answer at this point of time. You just have to give yourselves time to recover, and it takes time. You just have to be sincere and dedicated and pray to Krishna. Then you will understand everything. And it will be insensitive for me to speak philosophy at this point.
దీనికి ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ నాది ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది ప్రభుజీ. అంటే మేబీ అది లాజికల్ ఏమో కానీ రాంగ్ ఏమో, బట్ నా జస్ట్ ఇంటెన్షన్ అర్థం చేసుకోండి. అంటే నేను ఏది తప్పు పట్టడానికన్నా కాదు. ప్రభుజీ మనం కర్మ చేసాము ఓకే, అది కానీ మనము ఈ స్వర్గం నరకం అనేది ఉంటుంది కదా, స్వర్గంలో మనం పుణ్యం తీర్చుకుంటాము, నరకంలో మనకు పాపం తీర్చుకుంటాము. నరకం అనుభవించాము వచ్చాము, మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు ప్రీవియస్ జన్మలో పాపం మళ్ళీ క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ అవుతుంది? నరకంలో వెళ్ళిపోవాలి కదా, నరకం అనుభవించేసాం మనం.
I'll try to explain you with an example. How many of you have studied engineering here? Anybody can raise your hand? Very nice. తప్పు క్వశ్చన్ అడిగామండి. ఇంకా ఏ ఆప్షన్ అది చూడు, మాకు ఇంజనీరింగ్ డాక్టర్ రెండే ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఇప్పుడు చేంజ్ అవుతుంది చాలా. I have seen people telling me I'm doing photographic course, I'm preparing for IAS. One person was telling me, Prabhu, I am doing course on cooking. It was never heard in our times actually. But now people are saying, engineering law, ఎవరైనా ఫెయిల్ అయ్యారనుకోండి, చూసారా మీరు ఫెయిల్ అయితే ఏమంటారు ఇంజనీరింగ్ లో? ఎరియర్ అంటారు, బ్యాక్లాగ్ అంటారు. తెలుసా మీకు? ఒక ఫస్ట్ వాడు చేసిన తప్పు ఏంటి? చదువుకోవాలి. కరెక్టా? చదువుకున్నప్పుడు ఏమైంది? ఎగ్జామ్ బాగా రాయలేదు, ఫెయిల్ అయ్యాడు. దెన్ హీ గాట్ ఎ బ్యాక్లాగ్. ఓకే, దట్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ యూ గెట్ ఎ బ్యాక్లాగ్ and it comes in your certificate and you suffer for it. Ayyo Krishna, I would have studied nicely, I would have not got this backlog. Okay, suffering, mental suffering, and everybody is telling ayyo ఒకటే బ్యాక్లాగ్ వచ్చిందా, ఒక బ్యాక్లాగ్ వచ్చిందా, రెండు బ్యాక్లాగ్లు వచ్చినాయా? Then that period goes, and then you have to write again this examination in the next semester. Yes or no? We write it and we pass. అయినా సరే మన ఫైనల్ సర్టిఫికేట్ లో ఆ ఏరియా అట్లనే చూపిస్తుంది. And then when we go for the interview, still they see how many areas this fellow has got. You cannot ask that, Prabhuji, నేను పాస్ అయిపోయాను కదా, ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు వచ్చింది సర్టిఫికేట్, ఎందుకు చూస్తున్నాడు వీడు? Because that is the way the system works. Suffering is given in installments. If suffering, what karma we have done was given at one time, we cannot tolerate it. It is Krishna's mercy that he is giving us in installments. కొద్దిగా నరకంలో అనుభవించు, కొద్దిగా ఇక్కడ అనుభవించు, ఒక నెక్స్ట్ జన్మలో అనుభవించు. It is Krishna's mercy actually. If it was not that, then we have no hope. Is that okay, Prabhu? So we will keep this class, which is if something is related to the topic which we speak, it will be nice, and if something related to this, I will speak to you personally. Is that okay, Prabhu? Right. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry for something wrong because I feeling like I got around here. Prabhu was mentioning you have to feel desperate. I don't feel that desperation for initiation. I feel like I'm coming to satsang, I'm doing service. So now my question is, why should I get initiated?
Why should you get initiated?
Just
like I said, initiation, formality if you want, if you are not feeling inspired, but you have dedicated your life for the mission of Srila Prabhupada and trying to do what your Shiksha Gurus are telling, and wonderfully you are feeling that presence and that shelter in your spiritual life, then that is a different question. But if you feel there is a need, if you feel there is a calling, I heard once Maharaj telling that if you are feeling something, that means you need it internally. That is why you are feeling it. If you are not feeling it, that means you should work for how I should feel to get that mercy in our lives. As Guru Govinda Maharaj was telling, I was hearing one lecture. Still, I was not hearing one lecture. Guru Maharaj was hearing that lecture, and I was hearing that lecture from outside the room. Guru Govinda Maharaj was saying that we should try to cry for Krishna's mercy. And if we are not getting that feeling of crying, then we should cry that I am not able to cry for Krishna's mercy. And then he says, if I am not able to cry that I am not able to cry for Krishna, then you should cry that I am not able to cry for Krishna's mercy. Like that. So if you are not feeling desperate, if you are not feeling that need, you should pray to Krishna. Krishna, please increase my attraction to this process of surrender. Let me feel inspired to take initiation and surrender my life at the lotus feet of Shiva. This is how you can pray to Krishna, and maybe Krishna willing, may increase our taste to that formal commitment to spiritual master and Shiva. Any other question? Yes, Madhu.
We came to know about Bhakti through our Shiksha Guru. So we feel that more connection to our Shiksha Guru actually, because we see him every satsang. We whatever problems we have, we share with him. So much connection with the Shiksha Guru actually. More than the spiritual Guru, it is more like through YouTube we are watching him, right? So don't feel like taking initiation as nothing. So Shiksha Guru feels more closer to us at present.
See, Mataji, how it is. Many people tell me that in my life, my mother is my God. So I tell them, because she is most loving in my life. So then I tell them, what about the person who has given you this loving mother? How loving he is. So you are feeling very inspired from your Shiksha Guru. From where did he get these qualities? With whose inspiration is he giving you that mercy? How loving would his Guru be? That he has made such a wonderful gem. He has given such wonderful gem. What kind of personality he would be if his disciple is so wonderful? You're understanding what it is? So that should be an inspiration for you. So I heard once Maharaj was asked this question. Maharaj told this to a devotee that actually the devotee's Guru is their Shiksha Guru. They are the ones who are nourishing their spiritual life. And you know what Maharaj said? Actually, I am servant of their Shiksha Guru. I am doing the service on behalf of their Shiksha Guru in formally connecting them to the Parampara. But the real Gurus are the ones who are nourishing them in Krishna consciousness. So what you said is absolutely right. But the formal connection is also very important. Because they are the ones who are connecting. Shiksha Guru's role is to connect us to our Diksha. Diksha Guru's role is to connect us to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada's role, Srila Prabhupada is doing, connecting us to Krishna. So if somewhere the line is cut, then there is a problem. If the current flow is there, then we will nicely glow like Krishna lights. Is that okay, Mataji? Is that answer your question? Okay. Any other questions? Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Pay my humble obeisances unto your feet. So I'm very much grateful that I'm getting association of so many devotees. And parallelly, there are many questions coming in my mind all the time. So at present, there is a question in my mind that we are suffering a lot in this material world. Lot of suffering, lot of resistance, lot of things happening. So is this required to get realization, and is this required to desperate that I need to be initiated, I need to get a spiritual master? So is this the plan of Krishna that he put us in such troubles and all?
Maybe when you are speaking, I am also thinking maybe there is samsara dhava, nalanida loka, tranaya karunya, katha.
Praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya vande guru Sri Charanarvinda. Maybe Krishna would be thinking, we'd manchimatal jabte inatledu kada. So that's why maybe this samsara is so dangerous that we cry out for help. Krishna, Krishna, holy, Gandhiya, Gandhiya. So we pray for our spiritual master that please give me Krishna and take me out of this material world. Maybe samsara is so dangerous. The way you spoke is giving me that kind of realization, maybe for everybody else. Yeah, true. Because we are not very good people, man. We don't hear properly. So Krishna has his own ways to make us surrender. If not the right way, then Krishna's way. Hare Krishna.
So you made a my job easy. So my Shiksha's gurus will be nice to them.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. So in the starting, you told that story of Ramanujacharya. So he was looking for a guru, correct? Initially, and maybe he was feeling that connection, correct? So that's why he's looking for that guru, but somehow he was not able to get, right? Because he left his body and left the guru. And then suddenly he shifted his mind, correct, towards another guru. So how come like he was able to make connection with another guru immediately, correct? As soon as he left the body. And so my question is that again, let's say we are hearing someone from long time, and but somehow he might let his body or not in a position to give diksha. So how can we suddenly change the mind to another guru?
So when Varadaraja Swami said, go and take initiation from Mahapurna, Ramanujacharya did not think much. Because he knows that Mahapurna is in line with Yamanacharya. He is one of the disciples of Yamanacharya and is perfectly in line. So he did not feel any difference between Yamanacharya and Mahapurna. Because he understands the mood of Mahapurna. If somebody is in line with the parampara, if somebody is in line with our spiritual master, the spiritual master we were aspiring, and then if he had to leave his body or something happens, then you should choose somebody who is in line with that mood to which you were attracted. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Right.
Any other questions? One devotee from here.
Hare Krishna, Pranav. Thank you very much for so many stories and memories of Maharaj, and I long to hear from you more and more. Prabhuji, my question is, many a times it so happens that despite knowing something is wrong, due to circumstances, due to our own conditioning, we tend to commit mistakes. So I am having that fear in my heart that after taking initiation, if I commit such mistakes, what will happen? First of all, I am myself going to suffer a lot, and also my Guru Maharaj is going to suffer, and my Shiksha Guru is also going to suffer a lot. So, on one hand, I am not able to completely get rid of my mistaking or doing mistake, those tendencies, those conditioning. On the other hand, I also want initiation so that I can purify and do more for Srila Prabhupada. So, there is a dilemma.
Another serious, intense question. In one lecture, I was hearing that Maharaj was telling that we should not aspire to become perfect. We should aspire to Krishna. We should aspire to pray to Krishna. In whatever situation you keep me, however fallen I am, I should be able to take your shelter. Slip happens with everybody. But how much we are repenting for it, and how much we are again standing and taking shelter of Krishna is what matters our sincerity in devotional life. Mistakes happen, Prabhu. We need not worry so much about mistakes, but we should worry about how much the circumstances are helping us to take shelter of Krishna more and more and more. If we do not have any mistake, if we are not committing any blunder, if we have no slip, and we feel that I am the most pure person in this world, then that is the biggest mistake in our lives. So pride should not come, and Krishna has his own plans how to make us humble. So if he is doing that, then we have to take shelter of Krishna more and more and more. But still, we have to remember that what we are going to do is also going to affect our spiritual master and our teacher and our own spiritual life. So we have to be extremely cautious about it. We have to try our best in ways of how we are chanting, how our sadhana is going, how our association is. All these things have to be checked thoroughly. Is that okay, bro? Any other question? Maybe last question, one last question. 8 o'clock I have to end. Maybe one, two last questions or any of the senior devotees here would like to share something. Subhara Prabhu, here, my friend.
Hare Krishna. Actually, mind always tries to be logical, but even our logical engineering, whatever study we do, at the heart we know that though we have studied engineering, it is not working. And the same faith, sometimes when we try to pass the message to kids or something, they don't get that. What could be the reason for this? We try to convince the kids that to move forward or something like that, but they don't take it because everybody's mind is, and we can't push the things from the kids. I just wanted to understand how to cultivate them and.
Actually, kids don't hear what we say. Kids follow what we are doing in our lives. So when we are sincere, we are dedicated, and we are disciplined in our lives, many people say, Prabhuji, we are doing all of this, but still my kids are not taking up. Then the only way is to pray to Krishna. Because when we try our best, it should be to the point that we are not on their case, that this fellow has to become a devotee. I was hearing one lecture of Pranavananda Maharaj, and that he was saying Advaitacharya's 3 sons became Mayavadis. Even Mahavishnu and Sadashiva together could not change them. How can we change our kids? He was telling.
So best is best, number one is what I'm trying to say. Though I am not able to pass the message through my, but the best thing is best thing.
Yeah. So what we can do is we can do our best in the sense what is best for him. How, if I am not able to inspire him, you should put them under somebody who can inspire them. Because many times people they don't want to hear from parents. Because nowadays the generation is addicted to reels and shorts. Varanga Prabhu told me, అరే నువ్వు 2-3 గంటలు లెక్చర్లు ఇవ్వకు 30 నిమిషాలు 60 నిమిషాలు 60 సెకండ్ షార్ట్స్ చెయ్యి. And Prabhuji, no Prabhu, I will not do this shorts and reels, nothing will happen to this. He said, then he told his media manager that you should call Pranavananda Das and tell him to make this shorts. Then I said, yes Prabhu, and then we started making, and then when I started interacting with people, they say, Prabhuji, మా పిల్లలకి ఏదైనా మంచి చెప్తే వాళ్ళు అంటారు ప్రభు మాకు లెక్చర్లు ఇవ్వకు నన్ను. Then I understood after analyzing that people are so addicted to hear message in 60 seconds that if something, a truth of life which parents are trying to share, they feel it as a lecture. Then I told in our youth class that life lessons you cannot understand in 60 seconds, my dear children. You have to give your life to understand what is life. And your parents have understood it, just hear them. Any other questions, anybody? From Madhuji's side, Prabhuji's side, from the devotees sitting on the chairs?
Can I have one last question? Not that topic.
In the topic of initiation, you want to ask? So then we will speak first. About initiation,
Initiation, you can ask questions.
Oh, I am feeling very happy. Somebody from the chairs have asked the question. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, it's working.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. When we are speaking about taking initiation and choosing a Diksha Guru, you said we need to get committed. So I'm not able to understand what kind of commitment we need to have before we go to Diksha.
what kind of commitment. Suppose if you ask in terms of initiation, what the initiation committee expects, you know what they expect is follow four regulative principles and chanting minimum of 16 rounds. This is what is formal initiation vows are. But internally, understanding, because initiation is not just a ceremony for some kind of time. It is eternal relationship which you are making with your spiritual master. So we have to understand what his mood is and am I ready to follow his instructions? Am I ready to align myself to his mood? Suppose I saw Vaisheshika Prabhu giving Diksha. And you know what initiation vow they take? Did anybody see Vaisheshika Prabhu giving Diksha? Anybody? Anybody here? You know what is their vow before Vaisheshika Maharaj? I will not criticize any devotee. I felt, my God, this is a very serious vow which they are taking. And when we took Diksha, you know what was our vow? I will try to serve the moment of Srila Prabhupada in the mode of servant of servant of servant. Even today, when I hear me telling this, I feel I'm very far away from this. So, life initiation is not just one aspect, it is just lifetime dedication. We have to keep working on it each and every day. Each and every day is a new day for us to get closer to our initiation cause and our Buddha. This is what we expect. Lifetime dedication.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Let's say-
This question clarified?
Yes, yes. Let's say a devotee is doing a 16 round chanting in so many months or like maybe 1 or 2 years. And if that person is not ready to take initiation, how do that person will know if he is ready or not to take initiation? Is it going to be from internal that he'll be getting that thoughts like, am I ready to take initiation or not? Like, I'm not able to understand that part.
Okay. So do you want to go to Goloka? Do you want to go to Goloka?
Yes.
So you need a visa for it, Mataji. And a visa is initiation. So,
And one more question.
this answer is okay by you?
Yes.
Then we can go to the next one.
So let's say a devotee got initiated, and I know that there is a set of principles that a devotee has to follow. One of those is chanting 16 rounds. For example, if a devotee cannot do 16 rounds in a single day, so what does that mean? For some reason.
That means he is insincere.
So how do he or she manages?
There is no question of managing. We have to do 16 rounds minimum in a day. That is what we have committed at the lotus feet of our spiritual master. So we have to do it. In some circumstances, if you say, Prabhuji, somebody is in ICU for 10 days, how will he do it? That is not we are talking about. But when you have time, you have to do it.
In normal circumstances,
We
everything-
have to do it. Is that okay?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. It's 8 o'clock. Thank you all very much and please forgive me if I have spoken something. Oh, generic question we can take later. This initiation questions are happening here now. Okay. Thank you all so much and please forgive us if we have spoken something which is out of our adhikar. And if something is nice in our lecture, we ask the Prabhupada's and devotees' mercy. If something is wrong, then that is my responsibility. So I seek all of the devotees' prayers and blessings that I can do my service properly. I can do my service to my spiritual master Srila Prabhupada and all the Vaishnavas. Your prayers and blessings are my dream. Hare Krishna.
Very well. Let us thank. Let us thank His Grace Pranavananda Prabhu for enlightening us on many aspects related to initiation, which is going to help us in our spiritual life. Let us thank you with heartfelt, enthusiastic three Haribols. I'm not extending the topic, but there are few points which I wanted to just add to it, with permission, because we are in this congregation and many devotees come and when they discuss with about initiation, we always find it difficult to explain. But few very important things I want to just bring it up so that everybody is clear about it. Number one is ISKCON is a multi-guru organization, right? And here you are free to choose any initiating spiritual master in ISKCON. You are absolutely free to choose. Prabhuji brought up a very important thing. He said it's a lifetime commitment. If you are directly or indirectly influencing somebody to take initiation from any guru, do you really feel it's a service or a disservice? Right? Because he is ready for a lifetime commitment. And without his awareness, we are trying to promote. So that's wrong. Absolutely wrong. We are not here to promote a guru, we are here to devote to a guru. Right? We are here to make sure that we ourselves serve our guru so nicely. So that's an insight. Right? So it's very, very important that I wanted to bring it up and tell. In this center or in any center of Islam, never any guru is promoted. Right? Prabhuji gave very nice examples of his own as Radhanath Swami. But Prabhuji also taught many, many other projects like more than 30 Prabhupada disciples. 35. And I'm sure time will not be sufficient if Prabhuji starts speaking about each one of the qualities. Right? But one of the very nice things that Prabhuji told is, we serve everybody like a guru. Right? When somebody comes here, we should not say that he is my spiritual master, so I'll serve him more. So he is not my spiritual master, I will not serve him enough. Or it's not very important. That's not the mode at all. We should definitely make sure that happens. I would want to share something which I have not shared. Recently, one devotee sent me an audio clip of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj. And Lokanath Swami Maharaj was speaking to some of his disciples in a different meeting. And in that meeting, he remembered our Gachibowli congregation. He was saying that was very nice when I went there. And that devotee somehow, as soon as he heard that, he took that clip and he sent it to me, and that made my day. Right? And when His Holiness Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj came to Gachibowli, and that time we did not have the center, we organized a program in one of the community halls. And after the whole program, we also got 2 cows, those Maharaj like cows. Literally saw cows, and he said, "You brought real cows here?" I said, "Yes, Maharaj, because that pleases you." And he told me at the end that I really like the spirit of the devotees in this satsang. He told that. So, and these are the marks we should earn. These are the marks we should earn. We are here to serve Prabhupada and his mission. Any guru who comes here, any senior devotee who comes here, they should feel that they are part of this family and they should pour out what they want to give for us. Right? So we don't have to promote anyone. They are all serving Srila Prabhupada in the most greatest ways. We are here to assist them. That's all. We are here to assist them. If we assist them, that's the greatest service. And some other misconceptions that I really find it very hard to hear is how somebody says, "Prabhuji, can you get me initiated by that Guru Maharaj, because I heard he gives it very fast." When I hear that, pains my heart that, why are you not seeing what the great sannyasi is doing for so many, and you're only seeing that, and somehow you're thinking that, oh, it will happen fast with certain Guru. That's a very wrong thing. You want to add something to that? I don't know. It's very intriguing. Many people say that. I don't know from where that vibe goes on, irrespective of naming any guru.
If somebody is thinking that I'll get initiated fast, so I'll take initiation from him, then there is a lot of chances that he may go out fast also. The lifetime commitment is not which happens fastly. It
happens wholeheartedly. That is what you have to look for, not fast initiations. Some people told me that I want a guru who will call me on my birthday. I said, all the best for your search. People expect actually that guru should call me on my birthdays and wish. They should call on my daughter's birthday, my anniversary, and they have to come to my home. They have to take prasad. So if you have this external material desires, then I think the Shiksha Guru should be careful with the kind of devotees we are dealing with, and we have to make them more mature. In our initiation, Varanga Prabhu told that if you are expecting any time, then this is not the right place. That is my Varanga Prabhu. So, any place, I think, any devotee, any spiritual master would not like to expect that one condition. One of the vows which spiritual master should take for the disciple is call on his birthday. Do you think any spiritual master would like it? So please understand the mood and the seriousness of initiation and aspire for it. That is what we can say. But unfortunately, many devotees have this kind of desires which Prabhuji is mentioning. This is one of the most sattvic desires they have. That I want to get initiated fast. And I have heard many things which I cannot say now. But we have to be careful and we have to be mature. That is what I think.
Hare Krishna. See, we all have to be trained. Nobody is already trained. Everybody needs training. But unfortunately, some places, I'm not saying that here the best training is happening. I'm not saying that. But some places, training is not happening properly. And we should not blame the people for asking the questions. We should blame the circumstances of the center where they have not properly explained what it means. Right? Like it happens even at the seniors level. I'm telling you because you all will be meeting many seniors. I heard one senior who came to me, keeping aside the names of Maharaj. He came to me, Prabhu, next year I'm going to start a batch. At least 300 people I'll get initiated from that group. I was just looking at him. What are you speaking? What are you speaking? I want to preach and get 300 people initiated by that guru. You think that guru wants to initiate and he has a number game going on? But unfortunately, because of lack of training, even seniors, some of them are thinking like that. And you should be very careful with such kind of mentalities. We are not here with any number game. It's never. If ISKCON would have wanted to be in the place of number game, I think the whole world would have been initiated by now because of our kirtans and everything. But we are very clear. And there is ISKCON disciple course. I want everybody to do it so that you know the principles that are laid out. Who is our founder Acharya? What is the position of all gurus? What is the meaning of initiation? A lot of things Prabhuji already covered today.
How many have you done this ISKCON disciple course here? Can you tell me? Still some.
Because many are waiting as well.
Yeah.
Some of them are waiting.
Some of them are also doing. Right? So we should do it so that we understand what is the meaning of all these things. Right? It's a very serious matter. Why did I pick up this topic today? It's because it's very serious. Today's topic is all about connection with the Guru, importance of initiation, dedication. All these things have to be discussed. Don't be shy to discuss these things. Don't be shy to discuss this. If you have a doubt, you better come and clarify. If you think somebody is influencing you towards any guru, better come and talk to me. I would want to talk to that person. Right? This is not the right mode because you will suffer. If you will go ahead and take initiation from a guru, like Prabhuji was giving an example, that after 2 years you don't find any inspiration from him, that's a guru aparad. You have promised him, and then we also say that you will serve in the mode of a servant of a servant of a servant, and later on you have no mood to serve only.
Can I tell one small thing, Prabhu?
Yes, please.
About the devotee, about the scenario which Prabhuji is mentioning. When I was aspiring to take initiation from Radhanath Swami Maharaj, one devotee, I will not tell which temple which devotee, but I will tell you what happened. He came to me and he told, Prabhuji, మీరు ఎవరి దగ్గర నుంచి దీక్ష తీసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారు? I said, Prabhu, I am aspiring from Radhanath Swami Maharaj. This devotee said, my Guru Maharaj is senior to your Guru Maharaj. And your Guru Maharaj is very humble devotee. If you take initiation from my Guru, your Guru will be most pleased. This is what he told. and I don't know who this person is. I was just sitting in the temple. He just randomly comes up to me and tells this. So there are people like this, and we have to be extremely careful and conscious about it.
This is a very important step. This is initiation is a time when everything changes. You have to be very, very mindful. Okay, you're coming to satsang, you're attending kirtans, you're singing Damodarashtak, Kartik months are going. All this is good. But the moment you want to take initiation, you have to be very careful. Because there might be some untrained people, who can tell something wrong. They are also not doing it intentionally. They are not trained properly. I consider myself fortunate that I think I'm under good trainers. Or maybe I'm still getting trained. We're all getting trained always. But we should be very mindful of that. And what is the job of a preacher here? What is the job of me? Is to connect you. There is no other job that we have. Right? If one of you comes and says, I want connection with this guru, that's where my job starts. That's where, that I have to get you connected. And I will approach that guru's servants, right? And I'll tell them that this particular personality here wants to take initiation from this guru. So how do I establish? So then we find out in the city, who are those Maharaj disciples in the city with whom he can interact, right? You have to do projects that the guru is doing. Every guru has different projects. One guru is working on Varnashram projects, one guru is working on more temples projects, one guru is working on book distribution projects. You have to get into those projects. You can't tell, I'll take initiative with that guru, but I don't need to know what projects he is doing. It's very unfortunate. Sometimes you see people who don't know what their guru is doing in projects also. So how are you assisting that guru? Right? You have to know that. And our job is that, but we have to be very mindful that choosing a guru, taking initiation from the guru is a very big responsibility. And we don't want to be influenced or pushed towards it. Okay, you might say that, Prabhu, are you not pushing by organizing the seminar? Why should I even know whether you should get initiated or not? Well, you have to get initiated because you want to go to the next step. Right? Being, like one can say, I'm very respectful to all Mataji and I'm like this and like that. Why should I get married to anyone? Right? Well, marriage brings responsibility. Right? When you get married, then you will take the real responsibility. Where you will have children, you have to take care of the children, you have to take care of the wife, you take care of the family. That brings the initiation brings responsibility also. And this is very important in our spiritual life. Right? And one more thing too, sometimes says, why I can go for any guru. One person was coming to me and said, Bro, I can go for any guru, you choose. You choose the guru, I can go for any guru. So I wrote to Radhesham Prabhu. Because when I get some questions that I can't answer, I wrote to Radhesham Prabhu. Radhesham Prabhu said, he's a Pakka Mayavad. How can you say any guru? Our movement is a personal movement. You cannot treat any guru as any guru and say any guru, every guru is same. No, it's not like that. They are same. They are all serving Prabhupada. But you have to have personal connection with the guru. So you can serve properly. Actually, I thought Prabhuji will enlighten on this aspect a little if we can. Any guru and connection.
I told that in respect to Prabhuji's question. Every guru is same. Every guru's dedication is same. Every guru's desire is same. That is to serve Srila Prabhupada. But what works for us? What is our mood and in whose mood can we be inclined to do? That is what we have to say. Because we have to survive in our spirituality. So we may say that all Guru Tattva is same. Everybody is same. Everybody is chanting the same mantra. Everybody is scaling the 4 regulative principles and minimum of Hare Krishna mantra 16 rounds. But still, who is inspiring you the most in your dedication? Everything brings back to your inspiration and your commitment and your dedication. That is what it is.
Hare Krishna. And one more thing. Sometimes when Mataji came in, she was telling, Prabhu, my husband is telling I should get initiated from this guru. Because he is initiated to a guru. My husband is telling I should also get initiated to the guru, but I am not getting inspired from the guru. Right? That also is very wrong. Even if it is your own wife, you can't push saying that, follow me.
It will come under domestic violence.
not right. You can't tell your children also that oh, you have grown up teenage now to take initiation from my guru. Everybody has to make their choice, and the choice only will make us give our heart. Right? So there are many things. Actually, there is this whole topic is
It's very deep.
It's very deep, but I would request everyone to hear today's lecture again because Prabhuji touched upon some very important points, very, very important points. I would want to hear it again. Everything that is happening in our Krishna conscious life, to whichever temple we go, whichever center we go, is all planned by Krishna. Remember that one thing. And it's planned by Krishna personally for each one of us. If you're all assembled here today, or you're coming here for the first time today, then there is a reason why you've come here and what you are hearing. It is all planned. Don't think, oh, I'm hearing this because I came here. No, it's already planned. What you're supposed to hear is you're being told. Right? And the same way wherever you are. Spiritual life, Krishna is in control. So if you have any more questions about initiation, Diksha, or any misconceptions about it, be vocal about it. You can ask in front of everyone, or if you feel it has to be spoken later, please feel free to have one-on-one. These satsangs here will continue, right? This is a Nityam Seva that is going on here. Like every Sunday we'll have. But don't suppress your questions or don't think this question is wrong. Like I always say, question can never be wrong, answer can be. Ask that question, right? And if we don't have the answer, we'll get the answer for you. And one of the very nice points that I may take away from Prabhuji today is that a spiritual master is happy when the authority whom you are serving is happy. Right? An authority means what? Another servant who is trying to serve in this mission. That's the best thing to do. Wherever you are going, make sure your authority is happy with what? And your spiritual master will be very happy. Last thing you want to do is your authority calling your spiritual master and saying is that he is not cooperating. Right? That is the last thing you want. Right? Be very respectful, obedient, sincere, wherever you are serving. And your spiritual master will be pleased. Of this there is no doubt. Right? And we are very fortunate that some great souls are coming here, one after the other. Next week, His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu is coming. And he is not coming for one day, he is coming here for 11 days. And we have Gopi Gita series, that is only for seriously practicing devotees in the mornings. Right? And I publish the schedule next week. Next Sunday I'll show the whole schedule. And also he's doing some programs around. We all have to go for marathon book distribution also. So we're going to start that from next week, where each one of us has to hold books and go on certain locations in the city where we will actually go and beg people to take these books. Right? Something that really churns our anyway, it's something Prabhupada planned everything so nicely. So without any more delay, if you've spoken anything wrong, please forgive me. But I'm very, very grateful to Prabhuji that he has given his time here. Extremely grateful. In fact, Prabhuji left a message, I think last Wednesday, that I'm in Hyderabad. I felt it is immediately God sent message. Immediately called, Prabhuji, will you come to the center and give a class?
You know why I did that? For whom I did that? That is for your mother.
Very well.
That was her desire that I should come here and I did it as her service.
Thank you, Prabhuji. My mother hears Prabhuji all the time. And I'm in my office room, and like Krishna's arrangement, my office room and my mother's room is same. So all the time you hear Prabhuji's voice. Sometimes I have to tell him, office call, keep it in the ear because it continuously goes on. And I'm so grateful that Mercy has come some other way. And I request Prabhuji to please visit here too anytime you're in Hyderabad. We are very much, and by Krishna's grace, we are in many communities, Prabhuji. And we would like to organize programs in those communities because many community people have not come here. The congregation that you're seeing here is 90% of here. But the other congregations, like Dasraj Prabhu preachers or Mahesh Prabhu preachers or Subbarao Prabhu preachers, they're all in different communities. So we want to organize programs in those communities so locally they can come. We want to spread this access, to you and to hear from you. Actually, I'm really amazed, Prabhuji. You know, your voice is so much affecting the hearts of so many. There is a lot of blessings of Sampradaya on you. And I really, really pray that, you know, this really touches many, so that we all will together, you know, go back to Krishna. It's a very big service you're doing. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And we have recently have written a message through Radhesham Prabhu asking His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj to come to Hyderabad. And Maharaj said, in 2024 we'll see. So you don't know whether it will happen. And we are eager to take the Association of Great Souls. As I told you, great souls are coming here not for us to take a selfie. Great souls are coming here to convey as a message. And we should be prepared to take these messages so our spiritual life becomes more stronger. And we have Gita Jayanti coming up in December. We'll make announcement for that. And New Year, we are celebrating in the center. We'll announce how we are going to celebrate, what all we'll be doing. Right? We want to take every opportunity for preaching. It's not a New Year in our Vedic calendar, but that's okay. We'll still take advantage of it, and we'll go ahead and celebrate in very unique ways. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Because it's very late now, we cannot have an aarti. But can I request for you for a small kirtan, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then
Somebody can do kirtan.
somebody can do. Hare Krishna. Should we have a dancing kirtan?
Yes!
Hare Krishna. You do the kirtan? Yes. Hare Krishna. Okay, so thank you very much. After the kirtan, please go up and take prasadam. It's on the terrace. And today's prasadam, by the way, is sponsored by Sri Gopal Prabhu. And where is Sri Gopal Prabhu? Yeah, probably 8 minutes right now. So everybody needs to see who is. Yeah, please you get up. Yeah, Sri Gopal Prabhu and Poonam Mataji. Where is Poonam? Hare Krishna. And then Sri Gopal Prabhu's father, I think, is somewhere here. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Prabhuji is there. Hare Krishna. So let us thank them for sponsoring today's feast with 3 loud and enthusiastic Haribol. In the month of Kartik Mas, they do a lot of austerities. I think they fasted for I don't know how many days. Your mother. How many days was it? 4 months she was on fasting. Right? And then they do so many austerities to get love towards Krishna. And recently they did Tulsi Vivaha also. And as a result of that, they said they want to. They have a part of the ritual that they have to feed brahmanas. But they felt what can be more blissful than feeding all the serving prasada to all the devotees. So that's the reason they are sponsoring it here today. So let us thank them with 3 Hare Krishna mantras. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And I would also like to welcome all the new people who have come here for the first time, and also my very dear and inspiring Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu who has come here first time. Thank you, Prabhuji, for coming. Let us welcome Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu and all the new people who have come here for the first time with 3 loud Haribol! 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 Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So, Mataji, please sing Kirtan and also Nursing Aarti. Somebody pass on this mic to Mataji. Careful. You all can stand up and remove the carpet below. We'll have some Kirtan, and there is a toilet here if you want to use towards your right corner. Hare Krishna. Yeah.